Bulldogs. This is the 2015 BRL Tournament. Over here, we are going to have it streaming live on YouTube tonight. You go to YouTube, click on the search bar up there, search KDKZ18, and you should find a link on there to take you to the night 2, I think is how they put it in there, on the BRL, and you'll be able to watch live streaming action in high definition. There's a few new things that we've done this year from the previous years. If you have not seen it yet, there's a scoreboard on the bottom. That's pretty cool. We got Aaron sitting in here beside. He'll be chirping in every once in a while with his good comments and criticism to me.
I am here in only a spectator capacity, but yeah, we are pretty excited about that live video stream. We've done it for the last couple of years, and we've been able to do it for the Arcadia Valley Thanksgiving Tournament, the Park Hills Christmas Tournament, the Black River League Tournament, and the quality before wasn't the best, but, you know, we were just starting out. We've done it 3 years, and now we decided, you know what, it's time to up the ball game a little bit. So we've invested in some very nice equipment to bring you high-definition quality with a live scoreboard. That scoreboard brought to you by First Midwest Bank. I want to thank them for making that possible. Not only can you watch the tournament live from your home computer, your laptop, if you have a game console, if you have a smart TV, a mobile device, anywhere you have a decent internet connection where you can get to youtube.com, Kent, you can watch any of our broadcast games. Now, we'll have all the boys and girls first round, semifinal, third place, and championship games all the way up through Saturday. Not only can you hear those on the radio, but you can watch those live via our YouTube channel. Again, like Kent was telling you, go to youtube.com in the search field, search for KDKZ18. That'll bring up our YouTube channel where you can click on the live video stream. Available right now. So we'll have 13 total broadcast games to bring you. Started yesterday, had some great girls first round games. Had some junior varsity games here earlier this evening. A couple JV games wrapped up and some non-broadcast games. The first game was this afternoon at 4 o'clock when Ellington down Van Buren 51-39. The second junior varsity game featured the East Carter Redbirds over the Clearwater Tigers 54-42. So for the junior varsity contest, East Carter now advances to play South Iron in the semifinals Thursday at 4 p.m. in the junior varsity semis. And then Ellington will play Bunker in the semifinal game number 2 Thursday in a non-broadcast game at 5:15. Bunker yesterday in the opening round got over Lesterville 66-18. So again, in the junior varsity semifinals Thursday at 5:15, it's Bunker and Ellington. So now we move back to the varsity side of the boys bracket, and we start with 2 more first-round games. In game number 1, the East Carter Redbirds, the number 3 seed, against Van Buren, the number 6 seed. And then the second game tonight, the number 4 seed Clearwater and the number 5 seed Lesterville.
Yep, as we are getting ready with about 1:24 left on the scoreboard, the teams that come over will, I'm guessing they're going to announce players. I mean, they normally do, especially with varsity. And I don't know if they'll do the national anthem. Oh, they are going to do the national anthem, Aaron's telling me. So we'll step aside whenever that happens. And here's from some of our great sponsors. But we will have YouTube broadcasts tonight. We'll have you tomorrow night on Wednesday. We'll be back to the girls' side as they'll be starting tomorrow. The girls will start tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And it'll be Van Buren taking on Clearwater in that second-round matchup, and a Bunker against South Iron at 7:30. We'll have both them games. As the starting lineups are being ready to announced, I'll catch them as well as I can.
Have some other games we're going to hopefully bring you some scores on later on this evening. Sykeston's at Farmington. Arcadia Valley is at St. Pius in boys basketball. Also, Viburnum's playing at Potosi. DeSoto's at St. Jen. St. Clair's at Park Hill Central. Bismarck's at Meadow Heights. Also, Marquand's at Valley Caledonia. Kingston's at Steelville tonight. And girls basketball, West County's at Kingston, and St. Paul of Farmington is at Valley Catholic. We'll bring you some updates on some of those area games.
As we are going underway here with the announcer of the players, and it is for Van Buren first. They're the visitors. It'll be Tristan Hollis, and then number 40, Zach Griffin, number 23, Matthew Schwartz, and number 22, Will Coxon, number 12, Sanders. And now for the East Carter Redbirds, it's going to get loud in here right now because we are on their home court, as it is number 10, Alex Coggins, then number 15, Trey Hampton, 23, Clay Mullins, the 6'1 freshman. Wyatt Kirkman is another one of the starters. He's a senior. And Aaron Boyer is the next one. As we are getting ready to get the tip here. They got 8 minutes on the clock. Referees are headed out to their positions, getting ready to start.
East Carter is going to be the home team on the scoreboard. They're in their home their home jerseys, white on white, with black numbering and lettering trimmed in red. Van Buren will be the guest on the scoreboard. They're in their traveling black on black with yellow numbering trimmed in white.
And the tip is up, and Boyer gets it, but he can't grab a hold of it. It fell right down. Now we've got a scrum on the floor, and it's going to be a tied-up basketball. It's going to be turned over to East Carter. Oh, it's going to be them two, and they're going to say, let's jump it again because there's not been a possession established yet. So we're going to jump back in the circle, but the official this time gets to pick who's jumping, not the normal way you do things. And it's going to be Coggins against number 22, Wilcoxon, as there is no possession established according to the official. As we are ready to get underway, 5 seconds clipped off. Now Kirkman controls it for East Carter, over to Boyer. Boyer over to Coggins. He's on the right wing, drives in, goes underneath to Mullins. Now back out to Boyer for a three. No good. Rebound Kirkman gets it slapped away, and that I do believe was Wilcoxon. Comes out of the pack with it. He gives it over to Hollis for Van Buren. We go the other way. They get it to the corner to number 23, Schwartz. Now back to Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon hands it back off to Schwartz. As Van Buren runs around in this against this man-to-man, Hollis tried to go inside, and the ball was slapped off of his knee out of bounds. It'll be East Carter basketball. I do believe that Aaron Boyer was the one that slapped that off of Hollis's knee. Coggins for East Carter brings it up. Gets it across the timeline. Hampton goes to Kirkman. Kirkman right back to Hampton. They fake some threes now. Another three by Coggins. Coggins puts it up. First three of the ball game. First points, 3-0 here with just right at 1 minute gone in the first.
Alex Coggins was 2.5 feet off that right side of the key for that three.
No, it was way out there. As Van Buren passes it down to the corner. He's in the right corner right now, looking for somewhere to go with it. Took one dribble, picked it up. Usually coaches don't like that. Now Hollis under the goal. He's the littlest one there. That's number 40, Zach Griffin, shot a three, missed it. Rebound comes down to East Carter. Trey Hampton from the corner, no good. Rebound comes down to the littlest man on the court. That's Hollis. He's listed at 5'6" in the book, and they usually add a couple. As now Van Buren dribbles down underneath. Now they're going to set it back up at the top of the key. 6:18 left to go, 3-0 as a shot by Schwartz, no good. Rebound comes down to Sanders. Sanders went back up and lost it out of bounds. He gives the ball back to East Carter. 6:12 left to go here. As East Carter wants to push it up the floor. Coggins threw it up to Hampton all the way across. He wasn't even to the free throw line on the other end. And now Mullins goes underneath, puts it up, no good. Tries to get his own rebound. Rebound comes down to Griffin. Griffin pulls up, or drives down the side, pulls up. Now he tries to bounce pass it, gets it over there. Hollis for a little short jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to East Carter, and Hollis got ran into, but he's going to be called for the foul. That's going to be the first team foul on Van Buren, and number 5, Tristan Hollis, is the 5'6" senior, first personal foul also. East Carter brings it in. Coggins slowly dribbles it up the court. He's in the backcourt, crosses the timeline. Now he's going to drive through, gives it out to Hampton for a three on the left wing. No good. Rebound comes down to Zach Griffin. And the other way we go. As Griffin dribbles to the top of the key. Now he's pointing directions. He's guarded by Alex Coggins. Boyer is guarding number 12, Sanders, on the other side. Now the ball's going to be slapped out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Van Buren under their own goal. 5:16 left to go. It's a very low-scoring game here so far, 3-0. As Griffin gets the ball in the lane, rattles in and rattles out. Kirkman comes down with the rebound. As the other night, I was over at Van Buren. Clearwater played him, and Zach Griffin absolutely lit up the night. I don't remember how many he had, but he had a bunch. As a shot and a rebound goes out of bounds. 5:01 left to go. 3-0 still in favor of the home team on the scoreboard. East Carter. There's another three from Hampton. Hampton from the right corner. His toes were right on the line. He puts it up and in, and there's going to be a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
The good folks at the Bank of Grandin, with its main office in Grandin and branch offices in Van Buren, Ellsinore, and Doniphan, are proud supporters of all the area athletes. They know how much work it takes to be successful in high school sports. They remind you to come out and support these young people whenever you have a chance. For all of your banking needs, depend on the Bank of Grandin, with its main office in Grandin and branch offices in Van Buren, Ellsinore, and Doniphan. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. 4:55 left to go. It is 6-0 East Carter here in this first round of the the varsity, not junior varsity. I was looking at the junior varsity side and read it wrong. As we are in the first quarter of the first game on the varsity side of this bracket. As Griffin gets it, drives in, has the ball slapped away by Wyatt Kirkman, out of bounds. The basketball is going to stay with Van Buren. They're going to take it out under their goal on the baseline. East Carter looks to be in a zone defense now, as the inbound pass is picked off by Ice Coggins. The other way we go. They get it over to Boyer. Boyer from about 2 foot behind the three-point line misses. Rebound comes down to Van Buren, but there is a foul, and it's going to be on Clay Mullins, and that's going to be the first team foul. As Van Buren brings it in, Griffin hands it off to Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon over to Schwartz. Schwartz back to Hollis. Dribbles around. They're doing a little three-man weave up top as they're trying to get somebody wide open out of this. Well, it is a man-to-man now. I don't know if they switched on that out-of-bounds play or not, but they are in a man-to-man now. As Griffin drives in, Kirkman ties him up. It's going to keep the ball with Van Buren on the alternating possession. We have the first substitution of the ball game. Number 33, Caleb Davis, the 6'1 senior for Van Buren, is in the ball game now. As Van Buren gets it in, Wilcoxon has it at the top. They're looking for Griffin in the corner. Goes over, back out to the top of the key. Hollis shoots a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Van Buren as East Carter was scrambling a little bit, trying to get back in their set. And Wilcoxon shoots a three, no good. Davis is going to pick up a foul on the other side as he goes over the back. That's going to be Caleb Davis for Van Buren's first foul, second team foul. And Van Buren still has not scored yet here, over halfway through the first quarter. 3:45 left to go, or 3:41, excuse me, left to go here. As a bounce pass from Coggins tries to get inside. Is picked off by Davis. Now Davis is harassed by the hind, and he's going to be called for his second foul as he just charged over the top of, I do believe that was Trey Hampton. It was, as he's fixing his uniform on the back. And Van Buren's going to give a little pressure on East Carter trying to get the ball in. 3:31, 6-0. As if you're out there in Radio Land and you haven't heard, we've talked about it a lot. You can go to YouTube, look up KDKZ18. That'll take you to their page, and you can click on the live stream as Boyer puts a shot up. 4-2, and now it is 8-0. As you can find the streaming there live on any wireless network or any wireless. What am I thinking here, Aaron?
There's a travel and a turnover on Van Buren. They gave it up as through the lane. That was Matthew Schrantz. And it's going to be a turnover to East Carter, and it comes with 2:57 to play in the first quarter. Yeah, you can watch the stream anywhere. Do what?
Device. That's the word I was looking for.
Device. There we go. You can watch that anywhere. You can get YouTube access. If you've got an internet connection of any kind via your mobile carrier, here's an Aaron Boyer right wing three, and he's got it in a whistle timeout. No, it's going to be looks like a foul just after the three-pointer, just away from the play. This foul will be team foul now, number 3.
Number 2.
It'll be 3 team fouls on East Carter and 2. Excuse me, it's 2 on Van Buren.
No, that was an intentional foul on Clay Mullins. That is his second personal foul, and they have 2 team fouls. And Van Buren has 3, so Van Buren will get 2 shots. Zach Griffin is going to the free throw line to shoot the intentional. Oh, nope. It's not a technical, so they can't pick. So it has to be the guy that shot it or was fouled. That is Logan Sanders. And then they will get the ball back after this. It is 11-0 in favor of East Carter. And Logan Sanders puts the first one up and in. And so he gets Van Buren on the scoreboard here with a free throw. As he gets the ball, no one's around him. Next shot goes up, and it's in. So he is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. It is now 2-11 in favor of East Carter. Van Buren will take the ball out all the way at the other end of the court. And they'll have to come through as East Carter falls back. Number 50, Ethan Fuller, is into the ball game for East Carter, with Mullins having 2 fouls. As Wilcoxon has it over on the left wing. And he passes over to Sanders. Sanders back to Griffin. Now number 24, Chilton. Hollis has it out, and he's being harassed. It's some tight defense out on the perimeter. Now number 12, Sanders shoots a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Wilcoxon, and then Fuller swats that ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Van Buren under their goal. As 2:15 left to go here in the first. That scoreboard on the bottom of the YouTube feed there the live stream is brought to you by First Midwest Bank. We want to thank them for all they do for bringing us that, or helping us out with that. 2 minutes left to go. Van Buren's throwing the ball back and forth from side to side. It is 11-2 in favor of East Carter. Hollis way out by the half-court line. Now he's just going to penetrate in, gives it to Griffin. Griffin looking to go inside. Boyer slaps the ball away. Him and Sanders has it tied up. It's going to go to East Carter on the alternating possession. As Boyer's been on the ground a couple of times trying to grab the basketball as it's been loose. Waiting for a substitution, and that's Lane Crowley coming into the ball game. I like when they have their baseball and basketball numbers together. I've called them long enough now in baseball. As Crowley gives it back out to Coggins. They go to Kirkman. A little jumper from the corner of the free throw line. No good. Rebound come down to Wilcoxon. Now Van Buren goes the other way. Zach Griffin gives it over to Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon to Sanders over on the right wing. They come back to the top of the key to Hollis. They pass it around to the perimeter. They're not going around there super fast, but Sanders gets it back. Now Chilton. Chilton back to Sanders. Sanders shoots a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Kirkman. East Carter's looking to run as Coggins is pushing it up. They give it to Crowley. Crowley fakes like he's going to shoot right from the free throw line. Kicks it out to Coggins. Coggins puts a 3 in. That's his second 3 of the ball game. 14-2, and we're under 1 minute left to play here in the first. You are listening to the the 2015 Black River League Conference Tournament from East Carter here on KPWB 104.9, Kicking Country 105. As it is 14-2. Van Buren drives through the lane. That's Sanders. As he had it slapped away, and they say it went off of East Carter out of bounds. So it's going to remain with Van Buren. They're going to take it out under their goal with 39.5 seconds left to go.
Logan Sanders on the inbound, kicks it out at the top to Zach Griffin. Rebounds loose underneath and down to the ground. It looks like Sanders had possession of it as he came down on the rebound and then went out of bounds. They're going to let Aaron Boyer inbound with 34 seconds to play in this first quarter. Right now, it's a 14-2 ball game. East Carter on the lead. Boyer looking for somebody open.
They get it to Crowley now, and he's driving all the way down. Bounce pass over to Fuller. Ethan Fuller couldn't handle it under there. Finally corralled it, put it up, and he's going to be fouled on the shot. So he'll go to the free throw line. We're waiting to see the official word. 1-2, that is on Logan Sanders. He's going to pick up his first personal foul, the team 4th foul. Very few fouls been happening here as Ethan Fuller, the 6'4 senior, puts the first free throw up, misses it. As back into the ball game is Schwartz and number 20 for East Carter, Lehman. Trevor Lehman comes into the ball game. Kirkman comes out and gets a breather, and so does Chilton for Van Buren. Fuller's going to shoot another shot, looking for his first point of the ball game. No, does not even hit the rim. As I thought that used to be. Maybe they changed it, but used to, if you didn't hit the rim on a free throw, they blew it dead and gave it to the other team. But it went out of bounds off East Carter, so I do believe that's Zach Griffin bringing it up. It is. He dribbles between his legs, looking to try to pass somewhere. They get it to Hollis. Hollis drives through the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Sanders for about a 17-footer, puts it up and in. Sanders picks up point number 4 as East Carter brings it in. And trying to get the last shot as Coggins went to put it up, lost control of it, and it's going to be the end of the first. It is 14-4 in favor of East Carter. And we'll be back in 1 minute with more high school basketball here on KPWB 104.9, Kicking Country 105.
Hi, Bullet Hovis, your farmer's agent. Got a question for you. Can you give me a good reason for not buying life insurance? Now, the answer needs to be one that your widow and children will understand. Lots of people get caught up trying to figure out what the best life insurance purchase is. It's really simple, the one enforced when you die. When the spouse left behind has the money to pay for the house, the electric bill, the baseball gloves, princess dresses, Christmas and birthday presents, along with the monthly food bill. I am pretty sure the kind of life insurance will not be important as long as it's there. Where will you leave your spouse financially if you don't make it to dinner tomorrow night? Can you come up with a good reason for not buying life insurance? Now, the answer needs to be one that your widow and children will understand. I understand life insurance. With over 25 years' experience, I can help put a plan together for you and your family. Remember, we're farmers. We do care. Our offices, Piedmont and Van Buren.
And welcome back to East Carter High School in Ellsinore, Missouri. It is night number 2, boys first round action of the 2015 Black River League Conference Basketball Tournament. Boys first round action. The number 3 seed East Carter leads the number 6 seed Van Buren Bulldogs. Right now, Van Buren trailing 14-4. And the Dogs are going to take the inbound pass. Van Buren takes the inbound, and we're just underway in quarter number 2. Tristan Hollis gets it off, and at the top, 2-point bucket just missed on by Logan Sanders, rebounded by East Carter, and down comes the Redbirds with a 10-point lead. Left side 3 through the air, missed just out by Alex Coggins on the left wing. East Carter on the rebound, and Coggins gets the left side pass to Trevor Lehman, and Lehman in that left corner is going to hit a high arcing 3, and Trevor Lehman, the senior, now makes it 17-4. Down the court comes the Van Buren Bulldogs. In the right corner is Tristan Hollis with 7:25 to play in the second quarter. Hollis in the corner to Schwantz, looks around, goes back at the top to Zach Griffin. Bad pass on the other side.
And that pass was almost thrown out of bounds. Somehow Hollis on the other side, out by the half-court line, kept it in. Now Zach Griffin's driving in, takes a little short jumper, puts it up and in, and Zach Griffin scores his first 2 points of the ball game here in the second quarter. It is 17-6 in favor of East Carter. We just went under 7 minutes as they get it inside to Lane Crowley. He puts it up and in. Lane Crowley, his first 2 points of the ball game, and it makes it 19-6. As Van Buren brings it across the timeline, that's Zach Griffin. He brings it to Logan Sanders. He's on the right wing. Now a give-and-go type pass. There's going to be a foul as the foul was on a number 20. That's Trevor Lehman. That's going to be the third team foul. As Van Buren's going to take it in. They give it to Hollis. Hollis for 3, puts it up and in. Tristan Hollis gets his first 3 points of the ball game. And it's back to a 10-point lead for East Carter. 19-9 as Fuller tries to get it inside, misses a little short jumper, couldn't get the rebound. Zach Griffin for Van Buren comes out with it, brings it across the timeline. He puts it on the floor, drives through the lane, goes up, tries a prayer to no avail. Then the ball comes down to Coggins. Coggins almost loses it. Now no, there's a travel violation as we are right at 6 minutes, and it's 19-9 in favor of East Carter. As Aaron said a while ago, they are the 3 seed here in this tournament, so they're taking on the number 6. The winner of this game gets Ellington on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. In the second, there's going to be another foul on Lehman. 2-0 as the official says. Team foul number 4. We are at 4 fouls per team right now. Kirkman back into the ball game as Van Buren has picked up the intensity on the passing the ball around and moving without the ball on the other end. Hollis gets it to Griffin. Griffin for a 3, no good. Fuller comes down with the rebound and gets it over to his guard, Coggins. Coggins over to Boyer. Boyer puts it on the floor, drives through, goes up, left hand, puts it up and in. Aaron Boyer has 7 on the night. 21-9, just 5:30 left to go here before halftime. At the half, I think we're going to have maybe the Ellington coach is scheduled to come up. Maybe we'll have a little interview with him, see his thoughts about this game. As East Carter, Fuller tried to get up or get the ball up in front of everybody, and Coggins couldn't run it down. As the ball goes out of bounds under their basket as they had a breakaway. That Fuller threw it just a little too hard. Zach Griffin for Van Buren bringing it up the court. They trail by 12. We're right at 5 minutes left to go here before halftime. And now Caleb Davis puts it on the floor for Van Buren. Dribbles it off of his knee and out of bounds. That is, who's number 15? Trey Hampton's going to take it in for East Carter. Gives it to Boyer now. Passes it up to Coggins. They get it to Kirkman. Hampton thought about a 3, passed it up. Now they're passing the ball around. They get it to Fuller. Down low. Now back to the top of the key for Hampton. He misses the 3. Rebound by Kirkman. He kicks it back out to Boyer. Boyer drives in the middle of the lane, puts it up, rattles it in. Aaron Boyer, 9 points here.
And East Carter's just all over on the rebound so far.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job blocking out and that type of stuff. As Van Buren throws the ball away. Boyer was involved with that one. Hampton ends up with it. He gets it across the timeline. Now Boyer's going to travel with the basketball as Hampton threw it to him in mid-stride. He didn't have time to catch it and put it on the floor. 23-9, 4:24 left to go. And there's going to be a timeout. We'll have more basketball in 1 minute.
The Lesterville R4 School District is very proud of their outstanding athletes, and they wish all their teams the best of luck in their sports endeavors. Your hard work and dedication to your team shows that you have determination to be the best. Good luck, Bearcats and Lady Bearcats, in your sports endeavors from everyone at the Lesterville R4 School District.
Brinkley Wood Products, located in Piedmont, is a buyer of standing timber or timber land throughout the area. Now, Greg Brinkley and Brinkley Wood Products are members of the Missouri Forest Products Association and the Missouri Logging Council. As a proud certified master logger, Greg Brinkley wants you to give him a call at 573-856-4343 if you are looking to sell timber. Logs are needed, and they'll be sure to pay top dollar for your logs. Brinkley Wood Products would like to say good luck to all the area athletes in your upcoming games.
While we have a little break in the action here, we're going to do some BRL basketball sponsors here for us. The Bank of Grandin, Lesterville High School, Brinkley Wood Products, and Farmers Insurance, and Learjack, as we are back to action here. 4:16 left to go in the second quarter, and that was number 12, Logan Sanders, with that basket. Now Trey Hampton goes all the way down, misses the reverse layup. The rebound comes down. Boyer in the middle of the lane. They're going to call a charging foul on Aaron Boyer as he went through the lane. That's going to be the 5th team foul, Boyer's first foul on the 6'2 senior. He's got 9 points and 1 foul. East Carter going to a little half-court trap now as Griffin and Wilcoxon was trying to get it through there. The ball's picked off. There's going to be a foul on number 33. That's going to be his third. Caleb Davis has three personal fouls. That is the 5th team foul. So both teams have 5 fouls. 3:47 left to go, 23-11. I do want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for all they do for us. As Kirkman from the elbow puts one up and in. That's his first 2 points. 25-11 now with 3:33 left to go. Once again, Van Buren or East Carter doing that little half-court trap that they're trying to get in. Sanders, it has a shot rejected. Now there's going to be a foul on number 50, Ethan Fuller, as Boyer slapped that shot away from Logan Sanders. He got it back, or got it tipped to his own player, but then there was a foul on Ethan Fuller, the 6'4 senior. That's 16 fouls on East Carter.
YouTube.com is where you can watch live HD video right now from your home, laptop, desktop, computer. Go to youtube.com, search KDKZ18. There you'll find our YouTube channel where you can watch all of our broadcast games and in high definition. The ball goes out of bounds in the right corner, and it's going to be off of East Carter. Van Buren to inbound with 3:10 to play in the half. And right now, East Carter, the number 3 seed, leading Van Buren, the 6th seed, 25-11. Aaron Cox and Kent Fay. And the inbound pass stolen away by East Carter, and then back from behind, Boyer gets attacked on by Tristan Hollis. And the ball's tipped yet out of bounds once again. This time, they're going to say it's off of Van Buren. So East Carter gets to stay on the offense.
They'll take it out under their goal. They get it into Coggins. Coggins goes right inside to Mullins. Mullins looking to put it up, but he couldn't get loose. Now they get it over to Hampton. Hampton misses the 3. Hollis comes down with the rebound. For a little guy, he gets every rebound. He's in there all the time. He was the other night against Clearwater in that game over there in Van Buren I've called. As Van Buren sets it up, Wilcoxon throws it over to Griffin on the left side. Now they get it back to the top of the key to Wilcoxon. Over to Griffin on the left wing once again. Now they come back to the top. Wilcoxon's going to change sides with it. Nope, he's going to reverse it back over. Now they do get it to Hollis. Hollis on the right wing. As Van Buren passes it from right wing to left wing. Now down to the baseline on the left side. Pass is tipped by Boyer. Now he loses it. Hollis picks it up. And Hollis going to drive through. Goes all the way down. No good on the on it. And I missed who made that shot. I think it was Hollis. That's who I'm going to give it to. I'll check that at halftime, though. As Hampton gives it inside. They get it inside to Mullins. Mullins goes in, puts it up and in. So Clay Mullins picks up his first 2. There's going to be a foul. The basket did count. On 5, that's Tristan Hollis is going to pick up his second personal foul, team 6 foul. Clay Mullins is going to go to the free throw line. Puts the shot up and good, as he has 3 points on the ball game now. The substitution as Chilton comes out for Van Buren. I didn't catch who came back in. It must have been Schwartz. As Hollis, they go underneath to Sanders. Bounce pass, but Coggins stepped in front. Now they get it up. Trey Hampton goes up, puts it off the window, puts it up and in. Trey Hampton has 5 points here, as Van Buren leads Van Buren trails 30-13. As Hollis down at the other end gives it to Griffin. Griffin drives in. Now Hollis was faked a 3. Now he's going to be ran out of bounds by Wyatt Kirkman. Kirkman's going to pick up his first personal foul. That is going to be the team 7th foul. 1:18 left to go here before the half. We are going to have some free throws here. It's going to be a 1-and-1, as Tristan Hollis is going to shoot free throws. So far, Van Buren has shot 2. They've made 2. This 1-and-1, he puts up the first one, makes it. I'm going to give him that for 6 points. He's going to get the second free throw now, since he made the front of the 1-and-1. 30-14 with 1:18 left to go. The shot is missed. Rebound comes down to Clay Mullins. for East Carter. He gets it to Coggins. Alex Coggins brings it across the timeline. Gives it to Crowley. Crowley skip pass over to Boyer. Now it looks like East Carter going to maybe try to slow it down a little bit as they spread the floor a little bit. They get it to Coggins. Now he's going to put it on the floor, drive in. Picked up his dribble right in the middle of the lane. That's usually not a good thing. Now Crowley puts it up, but there's a 3-second violation as the back official called 3 seconds in the lane on East Carter. That turns the ball over to Van Buren. East Carter getting a little pressure before they get to half court. The ball slapped away. Coggins going to take it all the way himself. Lays it up, no good. Rebound comes down. It's going to be slapped out of bounds as it's going to be off of. He's got on Black tipping it out of bounds as the official's talking to the other one. It's going to remain with East Carter on their end in the offensive zone. As back into the game for Van Buren is Logan Sanders. Lane Crowley going to take it out. They go up to Boyer. Boyer goes up and gets it, then puts it back up for the bucket. He's got 11 first half points here with 33 seconds left to go. It's 32-14, and Lane Crowley is going to pick up the reaching foul. That's going to send number 40, Zach Griffin, to the free throw line. And he's going to shoot free throws for the first time tonight. It's going to be a 1-and-1. He has 2 points, and that one rattles out. Rebound comes down to Clay Millens once again. Coggins brings it across the timeline. Gives it to Crowley. Crowley puts it under his arm. There's nobody going to come out and get him. He was just going to hold it. Now Boyer and Crowley pass it back and forth. Now Crowley puts it on the floor, drives through, layup, left-handed layup, puts it up and in. Lane Crowley with 4 points. We're under 10 seconds left to go here as Van Buren's Wilcoxon, was that Wilcoxon shoots it, misses it, rebound comes down with 2.3 seconds left to go, and there's going to be a foul on 2-2 for Van Buren. That is Todd Wilcoxon picking up his first personal foul here with 2.3 seconds left to go, and Mullins for Van Buren, or for East Carter, will come to the free throw line. He will shoot a 1-and-1. He is 1 for 1 from the free throw line here tonight so far. Shot goes up and in. He's got 4 points. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's going to shoot another one. 35-14. Shot goes up. He misses it. Rebound comes down to Kirkman. Kirkman, as the buzzer runs out, it's going to count. They do count it. Wyatt Kirkman got the rebound, went inside. 37-14 is the halftime score. And Van Buren trails here in the their first round game here against the East Carter Redbirds in the 2015 BRL tournament. We're going to step aside. We're going to take about a 2.5-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll have all the scoring highlights here for you on the Dawkins Sports Network.
Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore wants to wish the East Carter Redbirds the best of luck during the BRL tournament. When you're thirsty, stop by Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore, and when you buy a 32-ounce Gatorade, you'll get one free. And ask about their 32-ounce fountain drinks for just 50 cents. That's right, a 32-ounce fountain drink for just 50 cents at Learjack Travel Center. Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore, wishing the East Carter Redbirds best of luck during the BRL tournament.
Health Mart Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Joan. I have such a hectic schedule today. My mother just called and she needs her prescription refilled. I just don't know how I can get to Health Mart and make all my other appointments on time.
Don't worry. At Health Mart, we offer free delivery. I can refill Bonnie's prescription and take them to her house. And since Health Mart Pharmacy's on her insurance plans, including Medicare, I'll handle that end of it for you, too.
You're a lifesaver.
Since Health Marts are locally owned pharmacies, it's easy to offer free delivery. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Visit Medical Center Health Mart Pharmacy at Highway 34 and Canyon Road in Piedmont, or call 223-4235.
Have you stopped by the Piedmont Gas Mart lately? The Piedmont Gas Mart is your full-service convenience store with a great deli featuring so many of your favorite items. Hunt's Brothers Pizza, hot wings, and wing bites. Choose from homestyle or buffalo. And for you early risers, enjoy the great breakfast pizza filled with egg, bacon, sausage, and cheese on a buttery crust. That's Piedmont Gas Mart on South Main in Piedmont.
We've got a Subway footlong meatball marinara here. Bubbly cheese, secret recipe marinara sauce. Made to your order on freshly baked bread. Do I hear $5? $5, $5, sold for just $5.
$800.
Where have you been? What about a zesterific spicy Italian footlong sub? Pepperoni, salami, peppers, and more. How much for all of this flavor? What about $5, $5? It's gone, only $5.
Okay, $1,000.
Only $5. This classic Subway footlong BLT is a fresh toasted national treasure. Crispy bacon, juicy tomato, crispy, crunchy, tasty good. Let's hear $5, $5, and it's out of here, $5.
$3,500. I need that.
Subway $5 footlongs taste like a fortune, but they're still just $5. All day, every day. So many favorites like the mouth-watering meatball marinara or the piled-high spicy Italian. All made to your order when you order. Just $5. All day, every day. Subway. Eat fresh.
Plus applicable tax, prices, and participation may vary. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii. Excludes double stacked and premium subs.
Visit a Subway near you. In Piedmont, see Melina, Carla, and Chase on Main Street. Subway. Eat fresh.
Well, welcome back, as I am joined by the Ellington's head basketball coach of the boys, Coach Jeff Berry. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, Ken. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, well, as we have a mishap there on the floor with the cheerleaders as they're doing their little halftime review. Well, she didn't hit her head, though. That's good.
That's always a good sign.
So, got the number 2 seed. Looking
Yeah.
forward to playing the winner of this game. I guess that's the reason you're here tonight, see what they're doing.
Yeah, I actually left the JV guys up to Coach Heim and Coach Concrete today so we could have a practice, and then came over here to watch this game. You know, we've played each team once before, but you can never be too prepared.
That's a true head coach saying that right there. There's always things you can tweak or try to figure out or try to make yourself just a little bit better. So what do you think here tonight? It looks like maybe East Carter, they get it up and down the court a little bit.
Yeah, you know, they like to push the basketball, and that's one thing you know about them. And they also like to shoot the three. They've shot a lot of threes and shot them pretty well. And you know, they're playing some pretty solid defense on Griffin. You know, that's Van Buren. You know, they got to have him to score to be successful, and he's got 2 points right now. So defensively, they're looking pretty decent against Van Buren and shooting the ball well.
Yep. Have you had a chance to look at our live stream this time?
Yeah, you know, it's clear. It's crystal clear. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Doing some big things.
Yeah, coaches can scout the other teams now without even coming to some of these nights, you know.
You know, most certainly, but sometimes you miss out. If you're not here and present, you miss out on some key things.
Yep. So, young team over there still for you. You got some good years looking into the future. I guess you're licking your chops for the next few years.
Well, you know, you can lick your chops all you want, but if kids don't develop and put time in the gym, you're not gonna improve as a team. And that's one thing you got to stress is whether we're young or not. I mean, we got 2 seniors, 2 juniors, the rest are sophomore and freshmen. If we don't continue to work and get in the gym and work and play basketball, you're not going to improve, and you're just going to be mediocre. If you want to be the best, you got to play like the best and practice like the best.
You got to put the time in the weight room and all the other stuff.
Most certainly.
The games are just the benefit there. That's not where you get better.
That's right. You know, summertime's where it happens, and we stress that. And luckily, we have some good participation in the summertime, and you can continue to have that. You know, you're going to have 1 or 2 guys that develop as good ball players.
Yep. Well, we got a few minutes left to go here before the halftime's over. But if there's nothing else you're looking forward tomorrow night, I'm sure.
Most certainly.
You're ready to play. And
yeah, Thursday. You know, it's been a long week. We played Lesterville on Friday, so we have all the way until Thursday off. So time to prepare, but also time to freshen those midseason legs up. As you get tired. So we need to.
And the little quirky injuries.
Yeah, we've had a few nagging ankle sprains here and there, and we've got some guys able to take some time off and rest and ice and still get some shots up. So that helps us out a lot. But if you don't come any given night, you're going to get beat in high school basketball, college basketball, either one. So we're stressing that you got to prepare and you got to get ready, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. So, I want to thank you for coming up.
Appreciate
Not running
you
you off
me.
Unless if you want to talk a whole bunch more.
I can talk all night if you want me to.
Well, but anyway, I want to thank you for coming up here. That was Coach Jeff Berry from Ellington, as his team will be in action as you heard, on Thursday. Has the whole thing off. He got the number 2 seed, so they're automatically into the semifinals. That game will be at 8 o'clock on Thursday. We'll have it for you right here on the Dawkins broadcast group. We'll have it streaming live, all that. You remember all that stuff. The scoreboard on the screen is brought to you by First Midwest Bank. We have a lot of great sponsors. Now I'm going to quickly do the scoring highlights here as we are at halftime. 37-14 is your score as Van Buren trails. Scoring for them goes like this. Tristan Hollis has 6. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and he has 2 personal fouls. Logan Sanders also has 6. He is 2 for 2 from the free throw line and has 1 personal foul. Todd Wilcoxon has no points, but he does have a foul. Caleb Davis has 3 personal fouls and no points. Zach Griffin, the big scorer for Van Buren, has 2, and that should have rounded out. That was 14 points for them. Alex Coggins with 6. Trey Hampton for East Carter has 5. Trevor Lehman has 3. Lane Crowley has 4. Trevor Lehman also has 2 personal fouls, and Lane Crowley has 1. Clay Mullins has 4 points, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 2 personal fouls. Wyatt Kirkman has 4 points and 1 foul. Aaron Boyer with 11 points. He's the big scorer on the night so far. He has 1 personal foul. Ethan Fuller has missed 2 free throws and has 1 personal foul. So we're going to take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll have the third quarter here of the first round of the varsity, or the first game of the varsity side of the bracket. East Carter and Van Buren, as East Carter leads 37-14, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
More and more people.
Hey everyone, this is Matt Sturgeon with First Midwest Bank in Piedmont. Today's banking world is changing almost daily. Here at First Midwest Bank in Piedmont, we welcome change. And here at First Midwest Bank in Piedmont, we still provide our customers with old-fashioned service. We make all of our loan decisions here with people who know the area and our customers, and most importantly, your needs. We are a full-service bank with a service first. Drive by and see us anytime. We're your bank. We're First Midwest Bank in Piedmont, where your business is appreciated, not taken for granted. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Riverways Manor Nursing Home, visiting hours are set as you like them. You'll find Riverways Manor Nursing Home with a cheerful, home-like atmosphere where your loved one feels right at home. Call 323-4282 for Riverways Manor Nursing Home in Van Buren.
Hey, son, we paid your first and last month's rent on your new apartment.
That is so awesome.
Uh-huh.
And we got you this.
A shelter renter's policy?
Helps cover your stuff if the place catches fire.
You know, or is broken into.
Helps cover your computer, TV.
Your fancy schmancy bicycle.
So they'll help me replace stuff.
That's the idea.
Have fun, son.
I thought he'd never leave.
Whew, that makes 2 of us.
Let John Bailiff show you how insuring your home and auto with shelter insurance can save you money. That's John Bailiff in Van Buren. Seek shelter today.
We are back at the 2015 BRL Conference Tournament. We are in East Carter. It is Van Buren taking on the home team on the scoreboard and the home team here, East Carter Redbirds. It will be East Carter basketball here as we start the third quarter, and we are underway. Trey Hampton gives the ball in to Alex Coggins. Coggins dribbles around, tries to find somebody underneath. They go inside to Mullins. Mullins looking for Hampton over there. The ball's thrown away. Zach Griffin controls it for Van Buren. We go the other way. 15 seconds into the third quarter here. Van Buren looks to score as Hollis. Want to thank again Coach Berry for coming up from Ellington to talk to us. I think Coach Dinkins is going to come up at the next halftime, talk to us. Here in a little while, we'll have the Hoods Discount Home Center end of the game show, as Kirkman is going to be called for the traveling violation. Still, once again, want to thank all of our wonderful and great sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do this and bring these games to you, streaming or otherwise. As I thank you for listening and watching out there. Van Buren brings it across the timeline. They pass it over to the right wing. Now they go inside to Sanders. Sanders from the elbow puts it up and in. Logan Sanders for Van Buren picks up point number 8. Coggins handles the ball, gives it over to Hampton. Now they give it back to Coggins. Boyer puts it on the floor, going to drive through. There's going to be a blocking foul. Who's that on? Number 12, Logan Sanders. And it was going to be on the floor. They're going to take the ball out underneath East Carter's basket. Wyatt Kirkman's going to be the trigger man. He slaps the ball. Now gives it out to Hampton at the top of the key. Now East Carter's going to pass it around. Boyer's going to shoot the three. No good. Rebounds up. Mullins put it up or tipped it up, and then he went and got it, and there's going to be another foul. It's going to be on Van Buren. Number 5, that's going to be on Hollis. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. The team's 2nd foul here in the 3rd quarter. 36-16, 6:38 left to go. East Carter almost throws it away as they give it out to Coggins. Coggins for 3 from the corner. He was over there in the left corner. Alex Coggins puts it up and in. Give him 9 points. He's hit 3 threes so far here tonight. He hit 2 in the first quarter and 1 in the third quarter as Sanders shoots, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Buren's number 22, Wilcoxon. He puts it back up. Now the East Carter comes out of the pile with it. Boyer puts it up and in. They're going to count the basket. That's going to be point number 13. I missed the foul. I thought it was on Logan Sanders. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Boyer's going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. East Carter has been to the free throw line, counting this time, 6 times. He makes it. And they are 3 for 6 now. Van Buren brings it in. East Carter giving them a little, picking them up at half court in a little press type scenario. Hollis gets it across the timeline. Now they get it to Chilton. Chilton harassed over there. Zach Griffin goes inside, puts it up off the glass. He's got 4 points. He's their leading scorer, or their main scorer, and he's only got 4. It is 48-18 as East Carter travels around the other side. Boyer puts it on the floor. Drives in, loses the basketball. Now there's going to be a whole bunch of scrums. There's 2 Van Buren players on the floor. 2-2 is the foul. Wilcoxon going to pick up his 2nd personal foul. The team's 4th foul. 43-18. East Carter brings it in. Trey Hampton from the top of the point area puts it up and in. 4-3. That's his 8th point. Van Buren gets it across. Zach Griffin shoots another one there. He puts it in. Is he getting hot? He's up to 6. 5:14 left to go. It is a 26-point game. 46-20. East Carter passes around. Now Coggins puts it up for 3. He puts in another 3. Alex Coggins with 12 points, 4 threes in this ball game. East Carter fell out of the half-court trap thing that they were doing, or the pressure. Now they're set up in a zone defense. Chilton, as they pass it around, Zach Griffin for 3, no good. As Wilcoxon has it, puts it on the floor. He's harassed by Coggins. Finally gets it over to Chilton, gets it back out to Hollis. Hollis at the top of the key, hollers out what he wants to do. Hollis passes it over. Now they pass it back around. They get it to Caleb Davis over on the right wing. Now they go back to the right side. Left wing, Davis puts it on the floor, goes in, tries a reverse layup, no good. Kirkman comes down with it for East Carter. They drive down. He almost loses it. Hampton tries to drive in. Now he kicks it out. Boyer for 3. There's another 3 for Boyer. Aaron Boyer, 17 points on the night. East Carter has scored a lot. There is a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The BRL Tournament is underway for 2015, and the staff and faculty of the Van Buren School District are proud of their high school sports program. Students work hard in school and work hard in your sports program too, which will lead you into your future after you graduate. Always stay focused on and off the court. Good luck, everyone, in this year's BRL Tournament from the Van Buren School District, proud of their outstanding sports department.
We're back, and Ellsinore is walking down to the other end of the court. It's going to be Ellsinore basketball. whenever Van Buren comes out of the huddle, as both buzzers have already rang. East Carter has made 4 threes in a very short order here to pull this game open to a 32-point ball game. Van Buren is the number 6 seed. East Carter trying to move on. And they'll get Ellington on Thursday night if the score remains like this. Caleb Davis for Van Buren shoots a 3, no good. Rebound comes down. Hollis comes out with it after Kirkman bobbled it. Now there's going to be a jump basketball. The basketball it's going to stay with East Carter on the alternating possessions as Kirkman and Coggins tied up Hollis over on the right baseline area. Sanders to take it in for Van Buren. They go out to Hollis. Hollis 4-3, puts it in. Tristan Hollis with 9 points here tonight. Makes a 3 there. 52-23 with 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third. Here's another 3 from Trey Hampton. Trey Hampton with another 3. He's up to 11 points. I do believe that is the 5th 3 here in the third quarter. 3:08 left to go. East Carter falls back in that zone. Van Buren passes around the perimeter, trying to get some movement in there. They're trying to get it to Zach Griffin. They do. He's trapped over in the corner. Now Caleb Davis puts it on the floor, trying to drive in. Hands it off to Hollis. Hollis trying to find where to go. Now they kick it all the way over to the other side to Griffin. He misses it. Rebound comes down to Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon puts it up and in. That's his first 2 points of the ball game. 3-2. Aaron Boyer is going to pick up his second personal foul, and it's going to be the team's first foul here in the third quarter. 55-25.
Next broadcast game, the number 4 seeded Clearwater Tigers and the 5 seed Lesterville Bearcats. Underneath, there's going to be a foul. This one's going to be on Aaron Boyer of East Carter.
As he just did that again, that's going to be the second team foul, the third personal foul. Wilcoxon missed that free throw.
In earlier junior varsity coverage, in non-broadcast games, Ellington down Van Buren 51-39. East Carter was over Clearwater 54-42. That advances East Carter to play South Iron in the junior varsity semifinals Thursday at 4 o'clock. Bunker and Ellington will match up Thursday in the boys semis. In the junior varsity side in a non-broadcast competition. Again, we will have all the boys and girls first round games, third place, semifinal, and championship games live on your radio and streaming live to YouTube.
And after the game here, it's done. The Hoods Discount Home Center up Farmington is going to bring you that, or it's presented by them. And we'll have the end of the game show there. There is a foul underneath. It's going to be on Caleb Davis. It's going to be his 4th personal foul. Chilton's going to come back into the ball game for him. East Carter basketball under. They're going to have to go the full. Under their own basket. Excuse me. Kirkman tries to put it up. Was looking for a foul. Rebound comes down to Zach Griffin for Van Buren. He puts it on the floor, kicks it over to Wilcoxon. Now they kick it out to Hollis. They get it to Griffin. As he's their main man, he's had a rough night shooting tonight as they've been guarded well. He misses that one. Rebound comes down to Lehman. Lehman up to Hampton. Hampton puts it up and in, and Zach Griffin's going to be called for the foul. That's going to be his first personal foul. Hampton puts it up and in. That's going to be his 13th point of the ball game, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 57-26 with 2:02 left to go here.
Park Hill Central at the end of one leads St. Clair 18-17. That game is at Park Hills tonight. Also another coverage, Poplar Bluff. The Mules are in Jackson to open up the SEMO Conference play. Tip-off of that game is in about 14 minutes.
As we are back to play, Coggins passes it out to Boyer. Boyer find Lehman streaking through the lane. Coggins thought about a 3. Now he's going to drive in, puts it up and in. That was a line drive shot went in. That's 14 points. It's going to be a quick fourth quarter, as it'll be the running clock. If his score stays this way, it is 59-26. That's a 33-point lead. Van Buren passes it around. They go from side to side. Hampton tried to pick it off. Now Lehman's going to take the worst of that as he went to jump and block the shot of Hollis. Hollis shot and made the basket. He was also fouled. He will get try the old-fashioned three-point play as Lane Crowley and Ethan Fuller comes back in the game for East Carter.
In girls basketball, Neelyville was over Greenville today, 72-63.
Hollis makes his old-fashioned three-point play, gives him 12 on the night. We are right at 1 minute left to go here in the third. It is a 30-point ball game right now. Lane Crowley, little short jumper, puts it up. He's going to be fouled by Chilton. 22. They called it on number 22, Wilcoxon, but he was nowhere near. He was on the other side of the court. It was supposed to be on 24, I do believe, but they did give it to number 22, Wilcoxon.
61 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It's a 59-29 ball game, pending the free throw that's up and good for East Carter's Lane Crowley. Checking back in for Van Buren is Matthew Schwantz, and out comes Justin Chilton. Now 60-29. And the second free throw by Lane Crowley is up and just off the back of the rim, no good. But he gets his own rebound, tries a layup, and is fouled by Van Buren.
Yep, he got, Zach Griffin was right there. Crowley standing right behind him. When he turned around, Crowley just took the ball away from him, went back in, and was fouled by Zach Griffin. That is his second personal foul. That is the team 8th foul here, as East Carter only has 3.
So that sends Crowley back to the line.
Now he is 2 for 3 from the line with 6 points. Looking for point number 7.
58 seconds to play in the third, and the second Crowley free throw also up and good.
Van Buren brings the ball up the court, gets it across the timeline. He's picked up there by Coggins. Coggins with that real tight defense he likes to do. Now Crowley comes over and helps his buddy out. Fuller goes straight up. It's a long, tall target. You have to give credit to number 23, Matthew Schwartz, on that one. He gets his first 2 points of the ball game. He just went over top of it and shot over the big guy. 6'4" senior Ethan Fuller down there. Done a great job both ways. 29 seconds left to go. 62-31. Crowley puts it on the floor, goes up, has it blocked by Griffin this time. No foul. Griffin trying to get it up, gets it to Schwartz. He misses it. Kirkman comes down for East Carter. We head back the other way with 13 seconds left to go. Boyer holds it out by the East Carter logo in the middle of the court. Now they give it to Fuller. Boyer looking for somebody to shoot. It's under 3. There goes the shot. It was a little 15-footer, and Aaron Boyer puts it in. That's point number 19. After 3, 64-31, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Asher Trucking of Ellsinore wants to send a shout out to the East Carter County Redbirds. You have shown that team spirit and a hardworking attitude has gotten you to this point. Go Redbirds from everyone at Asher Trucking of Ellsinore, a proud sponsor of community sports.
Folks, when you need base rock, clean rock, or various sizes of crushed limestone, you need to call Hunter Stone Company in Elsinore. Hunter Stone Company is open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday or by appointment on Saturday. And they are proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. That's Hunter Stone Company in Elsinore. So remember, call 322-5577 next time you need base rock, clean rock, or various sizes of limestone.
I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids.
Welcome back. 2015 BRL League first round varsity action here. East Carter up big, 64-31 over Van Buren. We got one more game tonight. It'll be the number 4 seed, Clearwater Tigers, taking on the Lesterville Bearcats. They're the number 5 seed. That game's scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be just a little bit late, as it is now 7:47. We're waiting for both teams to come back out on the court. I better turn Aaron back on in case if he wants to say something.
You never know.
You never do. Lane Crowley's going to throw the basketball in. And right now we should have a running clock as it is over a 30-point lead. Crowley, Boyer. I hope East Carter isn't going to play the keep-away game for 8 minutes. As the clock is running, there is a foul on number 12. That's going to be on Van Buren's Logan Sanders. That's going to be his 4th. It's the 9th team foul. Lane Crowley is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He's going to go back and shoot a 1-and-1 right now. And we're waiting for that. It goes up. No shot. Lane violation. So the free throw does not count. He actually made it, but it's wiped away by the official. Van Buren brings the ball up the court. 7:10 left to go. 64-31. Van Buren passes around. Griffin puts it on the floor. Then he's going to dribble it off of his own foot, out of bounds. It's going to be East Carter basketball. Clay Mullins is going to bring it in. As Coggins, Van Buren putting a little pressure on East Carter. And now there's going to be Lehman's going to come back into the ball game for Coggins. Coggins is going to go take a seat for a minute. He's got 14 points here tonight. As Lehman got it thrown into him. Now Mullins, the Boyer. Mullins drives across the timeline. Then he goes straight to the layup, or in for a layup, misses it. Rebound comes down to Van Buren's Zach Griffin. And there is a timeout on the floor. We'll wait and see if it's a 30 or it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll be back in 1 minute.
Ah, the clean, fresh scent of new car. If that doesn't remind you of auto and home insurance, perhaps the scent of money will. Because you could save yourself some money when you insure both your home and your auto with American Family. Let an American Family agent help you check it off your list and off your mind, leaving you free to ponder. If there's a new car scent, why isn't there a new home scent?
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Kimberly Clay at American Family Insurance. Call 573-223-4177 or stop by 214 North Main in Piedmont today.
The South Iron School District is proud of the South Iron Panthers, and they wish their team the best of luck throughout the school year. More than ever, great sportsmanship starts with a winning attitude and a desire to be the best that you can be. Best of luck, South Iron Panthers, from the South Iron School District.
Already underway. They came out of the timeout just a little bit early. It was a full timeout, but I guess coaches didn't need that. Lehman's going to be called for a travel violation as Mullins handed off to him. He didn't dribble, and it is a travel violation. Into the ball game for the first time tonight is going to be number 33, Tyler Owens for East Carter. He's got to tell somebody to go out. It's going to be Boyer. He didn't tell anybody to come out, and that's going to play with 6.
Be sure to join us coming up after the game, our Hoods Discount Home Center post-game show. Hope to be joined by head coach Brandon Crook of East Carter and head coach Adam Epps of Van Buren.
I hope that happens. As I've told both of them earlier, or asked both of them earlier, didn't tell them anything.
Off the window, shot on Van Buren, no good. Rebounded by East Carter.
Fuller underneath, puts it up, puts it in, hits his first 2 points of the ball game. 66-31, 5 minutes left to go here. East Carter in that zone defense still. Van Buren passing around the perimeter, trying to get some movement. Now number 23, Matthew Schwartz for Van Buren. Bounce pass inside to Davis. Davis is going to be fouled. I don't know if it's going to be on Mullins. Yep, 2-3. That is going to be on Clay Mullins. That's going to be his third personal foul. I missed marking one up there for the teams. That is the 4th team foul against East Carter. Here comes some more in for East Carter. It's Ethan Chase, the 5'11 junior, and Josh Asher, the 5'11 junior. Comes into the ball game. Coggins, Kirkman, Hampton, Boyer, Mullins out, Fuller. As the shot was missed, or the free throw was missed, rebound comes down to East Carter, then slapped out of bounds off of Van Buren.
Running clock just under 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. The winner advances to the semifinals to take on Ellington. That game's going to be Thursday at 8 p.m. in the boys varsity semifinal game. That'll be a broadcast game heard on your radio and, of course, streaming live at youtube.com. Turnover on East Carter as a travel comes into the front court. Van Buren goes back on offense with 3:34 to play in the ball game.
On the stream, a new one in for, or a sub in for Van Buren. That's going to be Matthew Schwartz. He's going to come in for Zach Griffin. If you're watching us on YouTube or the live stream, that scoreboard's brought to you by First Midwest Bank. And the stream is up and running. We'll have all the games, all the girls' games, or both games tonight, the girls' games tomorrow, 2 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and 2 on Saturday. So lots of live streaming action here from the Black River League tournament as Van Buren will take the ball out on the far side from us, gets it into Sanders. Sanders dribbles it over, gives it to Caleb Davis. Davis puts it on the floor, trying to penetrate that zone. Ball stripped away by Lane Crowley. Crowley and Lehman have it going. Crowley puts it up off the glass high, up and in. Lane Crowley with 9 points here.
And a little known fact, Potosi Trojans' Dylan Coleman tonight set the all-time school point career record with 1,885 points, and just did that a moment ago.
Logan Sanders for Van Buren makes a bucket. Crowley has it for East Carter. They puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down. It's going to be an over the back on Trevor Lehman. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. That's going to be the 5th team foul. Van Buren's basketball here with 1:55 left to go, or running clock. 68-33 is the score. Waiting for Van Buren to get everybody in. Griffin brings the ball up. 1:40 left to go here. 68-33, fourth quarter. We'll have the Hoods Discount Home Centers after game. And hopefully, like Aaron was saying earlier, the coaches will come up and we can have a little discussion with them. 1:25 left to go. Into the ball game, or Lehman goes up, has a shot blocked. Rebound comes down to Zach Griffin. He puts it up, but too far as Lane Crowley comes out with it. Now a bounce pass goes off the foot of number 33, Tyler Owens. And now Asher is going to be called for the double dribble as he's getting a little action in here. We're under a minute left to go. 68-35 is the score right now. Van Buren gets it to Griffin. Griffin kicks it out to Schwartz. Schwartz back to Griffin. Now they drive in. Schwartz drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Lehman. Lehman's going to push it up the court. He's got Crowley going down the left base, or the left sideline with him. Asher goes inside to Ethan Chase. He puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Sanders for Van Buren, where he hustled down the other way with 24 seconds left to go. There's going to be a foul. They're going to pick him up. He's all right. 15 seconds as we go down. That's going to be number 5 on Trevor Lehman. So he fouled out of the ball game. Hampton comes into the ball game. Caleb Davis gets the inbounds pass, puts it up and in. Caleb Davis, the 6'1 senior, scores the last 2 points for them. It is 68-37 is your final score. East Carter will take on Ellington, 8 o'clock, a Thursday night. Hoods Discount Home Center post-game show with the coaches' interviews following each game.
That's on the way right here on the Dokken Sports Radio Network as we are headed into game number 2 here in just a short moment, and we'll have that for you coming up right after this quick 2-minute timeout.
The Clearwater Booster Club would like to congratulate the Clearwater Lady Tigers and the boys varsity basketball teams on their outstanding athletic accomplishments this basketball season. It takes hard work, dedication, and discipline to be a good athlete and a good student. On the court and off the court, these athletes and students represent their school and community with the utmost integrity. Good job, Tigers. We're proud of all of you. If you'd like to be a part of the Clearwater Booster Club, please contact Kent Fay and go Tigers.
Specialty Granules Incorporated Annapolis, Missouri plant has been a leading producer of roofing granules to the American residential and commercial roofing markets for over 85 years. Our longevity is a testament to our dependability as a raw material supplier and the durability of our products. We value the long-term relationships we have with asphalt roofing industries manufacturers and consumers that we serve. Specialty Granules is a sustainable business with a long-term commitment to the community as the steward to the environment.
Specialty Granules Incorporated is proud to have received the award for the safest large surface mine in the state of Missouri by the Department of Labor.
Here in Missouri, schools are proud of their athletic departments, and the same is true for the Bunker R3 School District. Their athletic department is supported by everyone. The BRL is a very important tournament, and the Bunker R3 School District and their athletic department invites everyone to attend this tournament. Good luck, athletes, from the entire administration at the Bunker R3 School District. High school sports is very important to our area. It teaches our children how to be team players. It's a vital part of teaching skills while motivating students to do their best. Brown's Pharmacy in Ellington believes in this process and encourages all students to be their best both on and off the court. Good luck this year at the BRL Tournament. Brown's Pharmacy is wishing you the best successful year ever. That's Brown's Pharmacy in Ellington saying good luck, teams, in the BRL Tournament. The staff and management of Don's Place wants to wish the Ellington Whippets success. Don's Place is a huge supporter of Southern Reynolds County R2 schools. They encourage everyone to come out and cheer on the Whippets. And don't forget, for all of your fuel and convenience needs, stop by Don's Place at the intersection of Highway 21 and Y in Ellington. They have everything you need from pizza, burgers, soft drinks, and coffee. Good luck, Ellington Whippets, from Don's Place in Ellington.
Baker Products in Ellington is your worldwide log-to-lumber leader. With equipment in 119 countries, they are the worldwide leader in manufacturing of bandsaws and portable band sawmills. With their most recent expansion in their pallet manufacturing facility, they are in need of pine saw logs, pine scrag logs, and pine squares. Call or stop by Baker Products in Ellington for more information. Baker Products is proud to help sponsor high school sports on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Hood's Discount Home Center of Farmington has extended their Waypoint cabinet sale 20% off every series. And in the 600 and 700 series, get a free plywood upgrade and free sink base cabinet with the purchase of 12 or more cabinets. Hurry in to your Hood's Discount Home Center on 67 just south of Farmington. It's all good at Hood's.
Well, welcome to the Hood's Discount Home Center's post-game show. We're going to go over the scoring for that last ball game as Ellington wins, or East Carter wins over Van Buren by the score of 68-37. We'll do Van Buren to start off with here. Tristan Hollis was the leading scorer for Van Buren. He had 12 points. He was 2 for 3 from the free throw line with 3 personal fouls. Logan Sanders had 10 points. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line with 4 personal fouls. Todd Wilcoxon had 3. He was 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and he also added 1 bucket in there. And he had 3 personal fouls. Matthew Schwartz added 2. He had no fouls. Caleb Davis added 2. He was 0 for 1 from the free throw line, and he also had 4 fouls. Zach Griffin had 6. Van Buren's main scorer only could manage 6 points tonight as he was guarded pretty hot and heavy by East Carter, and he never got her, so they could never let him get in a rhythm. He started to there in the third quarter, but just couldn't get away from East Carter's defense enough to do a bunch of scoring. He was 0 for 1 from the free throw line, and he had 2 personal fouls. For East Carter, they scored 68 points. They were led by Aaron Boyer, the 6'2 senior, with 19. He was 1 for 1 from the free throw line and had 3 points. Then we go to Alex Coggins. He played virtually the whole game, ran the point, but did not commit a foul. He ended the night with 14. Trey Hampton added 13 points. The 5'8 junior, he was 0 for 1 from the free throw line, and he also had no fouls. Trevor Lehman had a 3, and he fouled out of the ball game there right towards the end in the fourth quarter. So he had 5 personal fouls. Lane Crowley, the 5'10 junior, off the bench, added 9. He was 3 for 5 from the free throw line, but he made the one that would have made him 4 for 5, except there was a lane violation, so that goes down as a missed free throw. For him, he ended the night with 9 and a 1 personal foul. Clay Mullins had 4. He was 2 for 3 from the free throw line, and he had 3 fouls. Wyatt Kirkman had 4 points. And we already talked about Aaron Boyer. Ethan Fuller added 2 points. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line with 1 personal foul. We're getting ready to have the last game on the night here, as this is going to be our second broadcast game here tonight. And it is going to be against Clearwater and Lesterville, the 4 and the 5 seed. Clearwater comes in as the 4 seed, so they'll be in their home uniforms here tonight, so they'll be in the white. We're going to have that streaming for you on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, put your in the search bar KDKZ18. You'll go to the page there. It'll have a live feed that you can talk or click on, and it'll take you right to our live feed. It'll be starting here in about 8 minutes or so, 7.5 minutes. We're trying to kill a little time here, waiting for some coaches. We're going to take a little short break as Aaron's down there getting ready to talk to the Van Buren's head coach. And he is going to come up here and have a little talk with us. It's always hard to do that. They never want to go and after a defeat like that. But most of the time the coaches will come up and talk to us. We haven't seen the East Carter coach, Crunk, come out of the locker room yet. But this has been the Hood's Discount Home Center post-game show, and it's still coming up now. The Van Buren coach is coming up here now, so we'll just keep it right here as the teams are warming up on the court. Aaron's coming back and gives me my score sheets here. We are joined by the Van Buren's head coach. How you doing, Coach?
Oh, as good as can be expected, I guess, after that.
Yeah, East Carter came out. They were red hot, shooting a lot of threes. You guys came out shooting a little not so well there early and got behind, and then it was an uphill battle. And whenever you uphill battle against that particular group, they like to move it up and down the court pretty quick.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys. This is a much improved East Carter team from the years past. They like to get it out and go. And when they're knocking down shots, they are a hard team to compete with.
We was over there the other night doing the Clearwater Van Buren game over at your place, and Zach Griffin was the force to be reckoned with. I haven't seen you guys play a whole bunch. I was assuming that night that he's your go-to guy, and whenever he only has 6 points, it really hurts.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't like to give excuses and stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
At all, but the kid's had a tough week. Lost his grandpa yesterday to a battle to cancer. He's got a Warriors mentality. Wasn't gonna miss the game for anything. I know the grandpa was like the pinnacle of their family. Everybody looked to him all the time, and I know it's hard. We talk about basketball and we want to win and we want to make shots, but gosh dog it, that's hard for a 16, 17-year-old kid to come out, lose somebody
that close to you.
Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, he's our guy. I mean, everybody knows it. It's no secret. I mean, we see Boxing one a lot of times. He's getting about 18 a game. When he scores 6,
it hurts.
We're going to struggle to score.
but Hollis came out. He helped you a lot with 12, and he was everywhere. And I want to know how you got that. The littlest guy on the court gets so many rebounds.
Tristan Hollis, man, I can't say enough about this kid. And I talk about adversity. We've had a lot this year. His dad actually passed away tragically, 44-year-old guy at work-related accident about, 3 weeks ago. So we've been dealing with the stuff like that. And this kid, he comes out and battles. He wants to guard the best guy. He don't score very much, and I like to see him get some buckets, gets his confidence up. He plays hard, our senior leader right there.
Well, like I said, I seen him play the other night for the first time, and he was on rebounds everywhere. He gets down there, he battles, just like you said. He's a little scrapper, and
he is.
And you can't teach that.
He's a gnat, man. He's everywhere.
So what's on your guys' future schedule?
Looks like we're off the rest of this week. We got practice the rest of this week, and we got Big Springs Conference Tournament next week, next Tuesday in Couch versus Ellington. Oh. So we got that, and then we get into some more regular season conference games after that before district starts up.
So where is your district at this year?
It's at Van Buren.
At Van Buren?
Yep.
So good luck. Thank you for coming up and being a part of the Hood's Discount Home Center's post-game show.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And I know this may not be any consolation to you, but you can go home and watch us streaming live on YouTube if you haven't done that, and spread it around. And then we're going to have the Van Buren girls play tomorrow night.
Right.
Yeah, and their games will be on there. So if you can, pass the word around for us. We try to do a good job with that too.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
That was the Van Buren's head coach. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of this ball game against Clearwater and Lesterville. So we're going to step aside. We're going to take about a 2.5-minute break, and we'll be back with more basketball here on the Dawkins Sports Radio Network.
The East Carter R2 School District in Ellsinore would like to take time to wish all area athletes the best of luck in your high school sports endeavors. Hard work and dedication to good sportsmanship is the key to winning in sports and in life. Good luck, area athletes, in your sports endeavors from everyone at the East Carter R2 School District in Ellsinore.
PFT Diagnostics in Ellsinore wants to take this opportunity to wish the East Carter Redbirds good luck in their wonderful season thus far. You have shown that team spirit and determination will bring you achievements throughout your sports endeavors and life itself. Good luck, East Carter Redbirds, from PFT Diagnostics of Ellsinore, a fine community-minded business supporting our community.
Turnkey Contractors, located at 1 East Cleveland in Ellsinore, is your go-to source for metal buildings. Any size, red iron available, and custom-built homes and barns. Turnkey Contractors have residential and commercial builders and offer new construction as well as remodeling. Call them for your free estimate at 573-429-9741. Turnkey Contractors also want to wish the East Carter County Redbirds good luck in this year's Black River League Tournament.
If you're looking for a great family experience and great food, there's no better place than Sasso's. Join them at the Log Cabin in Ellsinore or their pizzeria in Ellington. Whether it's good home cooking or good Italian food, you just can't go wrong with their family-owned and operated restaurants. That's Sasso's Log Cabin, located on number 2 US 60 in Ellsinore, where they have breakfast in the morning, then all-you-can-eat catfish. And if you're in Ellington, be sure to stop by 390 Main Street, where you can get your great pizza and play the arcades all day long. Near or far, they are where you are. Sasso's would like to wish everyone the best of luck in the Black River Tournament.
Price Sawmill is proud to live and work here in our local community. All the friendly employees of Price Sawmill hopes you will join them in supporting the local events that may help make this an even better place to live and raise a family. Call Price Sawmill locally at 945-2261. Price Sawmill buys land and timber, standing timber, and logs. For prices, call 945-2261. For Price Sawmill, proud to live and work here in our local community.
Welcome back. 2015 Black River League Conference Tournament. This is the second game of our broadcasting tonight. It's going to be the Clearwater Tigers taking on the Lesterville Bearcats. We're getting ready to get the starting lineups. I'll bring them to you just as soon as they come out on the court. I want to thank everyone out there for listening. Tune in to YouTube. Go to KDKZ18 on there in the search bar, you can find the live streaming action here of this broadcast. The scoreboard down at the end, or down at the bottom, is brought to you by First Midwest Bank. We have a lot of wonderful, wonderful sponsors, as it's going to be Owen Freeman for Lesterville, B.J. Matthews, Hunter and Nichols, Dusty McCarthy, and Cooper Davis for Lesterville. Now, for Clearwater, it's going to be number 12, Lucas Hampton, Bryce Alcorn, number 20. He's a junior. Davon Slack, the number 32. You will hear me say that tonight. He's normally number 1. He forgot his uniform at home, he told me, because he thought he was going to be in the road uniform. And it's going to be Tyrone Carroll. He's going to wear number 40 tonight, as he did the same thing. And Hayden Clark, and number 44. Slack, Carroll, Alcorn, Hampton, and Clark for Clearwater. Freeman, Mathis, Nichols, McCarthy, and Davis. And you'll hear Dusty McCarthy's name quite a bit tonight as Clearwater controls the tip. And we are underway here in the first round game for the varsity boys, Clearwater and Lesterville. They skip pass. Slack has it go through his hands. Now they go inside to Carroll. Carroll kicks it back out to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, tries to get inside to Hampton. They do. Hampton bounce passes it over to Alcorn. Alcorn couldn't handle it. Now they go back inside. Hampton was looking for somewhere to pass it, and he put it up and off the glass. In 2-0 Clearwater. Lesterville brings it up. That's Davis. Over to Owen. They go down to Mathis. They try to go to McCarthy. Pass is intercepted by Lucas Hampton. And now that's going to mess me up all night. Slack gets it out. Now Hayden Clark goes underneath, misses a little short jumper. Rebound comes down to number 22, Hunter Nichols, the 6-foot senior for Lesterville. Just under 7 minutes, or just over, or right at 7 minutes left to go in the first. The Mathis shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Clearwater. They give it underneath to Hayden Clark. Now they get it over to Carroll. Carroll puts it up off the glass, puts it up and in. Give him 2. It's 4-0 in favor of Clearwater. Davis dribbles up the court, looking for somewhere to go. Gives it to McCarthy. McCarthy, a little short jumper from 15, no good. Rebound comes down to Lucas Hampton. There's going to be a travel violation as they try to get the ball to Carroll. Carroll was running by. That's going to be a turnover on Clearwater. The alternating possession favors Lesterville right now, excuse me. Owens tries to take it in. He's got to be close. There was close to a 5-second violation. Slack intercepts the inbound pass. He drives down, goes around, hands it over to Carroll. Carroll puts it up and off the glass. 4 points for Tyrone Carroll. And a quick timeout by Lesterville's Jamie Fox. And we'll be right back with more high school basketball in 1 minute.
The Zephyr is a Piedmont tradition and has been since 1947. Breakfast is from 6 until 11 and lunch starts at 11 daily. Everyone loves Robbie's Lunch Buffet on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 till close. Enjoy the fried catfish buffet with all the trimmings. And the Zephyr features a new buffet every Saturday since 1947. Folks all around the area knows that the Zephyr is the best. The Zephyr in Piedmont. It's a Piedmont tradition. And best of luck Tigers in the BRL tournament from Larry, Robbie, and everyone at the Zephyr Cafe in Piedmont.
McCarthy for Lesterville brings it up the court. He gives it over to number 24, Davis.
A final Gideon over Naylor, 81-51 tonight.
A travel violation on Owens of Lesterville gives the basketball over to Clearwater. Clearwater has to inbound it on the far sideline. Gives it over to Davon Slack. He goes down to Hayden Clark on the left wing, or left baseline, excuse me. They touch pass. They go inside to Carroll. He misses it. Gets his own rebound. He's trying to go up. Now he pulls it out. And Clearwater's going to set it back up as they give it to Slack out by the half-court line. Now they go around. Hayden Clark for 3. No good. Bryce Alcorn fighting for the rebound. He gets it. Now he falls down. It's going to go out of bounds off of McCarthy. and it's going to remain Clearwater basketball. According to the officials, 6-0 in favor of Clearwater with 5:34 left to go here in the first. Lots of action going around. Hey, you can catch Dawkins Sports on Twitter if you want to follow them on there. There's a lot of scores from around. Follow us. I'm sorry, not them. I am part of them. So Aaron was giving me a little hard time there. 6-0 still, but it is Dawkins Sports on Twitter. A lot of the area coaches post stuff on there. The DAR posts some scores on there, and just getting the word out about high school sports. Clearwater comes down with a rebound. Slack dribbles it across. He is harassed by McCarthy. Now they go back inside, as that's been kind of the MO, as they want to go inside to Carroll. Try to go inside that zone defense that Lesterville is running. Alcorn to be the trigger man. They go in. They give it over to Clark. Clark for three. No good. Misses everything. Rebound is going to go off of Carroll and out of bounds. Coach Andy Beck missed all last week. He was out with a sickness, and he's still coughing quite a bit. But he said I talked to him earlier, and he was happy to be back on the bench. Owen dribbles in. He's going to try to shoot a layup. Puts it up, no good. McCarthy on the other side with the rebound. No one blocked him out. Dustin McCarthy picks up the first 2 points for Lesterville here at about the 4:30 mark of the first. They go inside to Carroll. Now they go underneath to Lucas Hampton. He puts it up and in. So he's got 4, and he's going to go to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot 1. Try the old-fashioned three-point play. 8-2 in favor of Clearwater. No good. Rebound comes down. Slack was fighting for it. Now Lucas Hampton's on the floor for it. He's got it. Setting down, and Clearwater controls it. Slack brings it, comes out by the half-court line. Slack wants Clark to come over. Gives it to Clark. He's going to dribble up. Picks up his dribble. Trying to go somewhere with it. Gives it back door to Slack. Now Slack over to Hampton. It goes off his hands and out of bounds, as that was a hot shot under there. 4:09 left to go. 8-2 in favor of Clearwater. McCarthy for Lesterville brings it up the court. He goes across the half-court line. Drives out and gives it out. A fake three-pointer by Nichols. Then he drives into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Clearwater. Slack behind his back, around his waist, puts it up and in for his first 2 points of the ball game. 10-2 here early in this ball game. Now the ball is slapped away by Hayden Clark. He bounce passes up to Alcorn. Alcorn puts it up and in. Bryce Alcorn with his first 2 points of the ball game. Everybody, all the starters have scored except for who? Hayden Clark. Guys coming to the bench, or going to check into the ball game at the next thing is Tristan Holmes for Clearwater. And there's going to be a travel violation, as number 24, Cooper Davis, went through, but he traveled. He made it, but it's going to be waved off. Now, Clearwater's going to take it out. Tristan Holmes does come in. Lucas Hampton gets a breather. Slack calls out what he wants. Gives it over to Alcorn on the right wing. Goes inside to Carroll. Carroll has the ball slapped away, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound goes up. He gets his own rebound, puts it back in. He's got 6 points here in the first quarter. 14-2 is your score. McCarthy was blocked by, who was he blocked by? Tyrone Carroll, that's who it was. And then on the other end, Hayden Clark couldn't hold on to it, and it went out of bounds off of Clark. Lesterville brings the ball up. McCarthy gets it across the timeline. He's guarded by Davon Slack. The ball is tipped. Now McCarthy gets it once again. Drives through the lane, puts it up. Alcorn gets a piece of that one. Now he's going to push it up, tries to get it up to Hayden Clark. Hayden in stride. That was a good job. Now all 5 starters for the Clearwater Tigers have scored. 16-2. 2:20 left to go here. Lesterville is going to send in some more players here momentarily, and there's another walk by Cooper Davis. Now, number 22 back into the game. That's Nichols. And number 21, Nick Miller, as McCarthy comes out along with Owen Freeman. Clearwater brings the ball up. 2 minutes left to go, or 2:10 left to go here. 16-2. The winner of this one gets South Iron on Thursday night at 6 o'clock, or at 6:30. We will have that game for you on the broadcast here. We'll be streaming it and have it here on the radio on Kickin' Country 105. We are part of the Dawkins Sports Network. A ball is tipped out of bounds off of Lesterville's number 24, Cooper Davis. Davis is a 5'10 freshman, according to the brochure. And Alcorn for 3. He was almost out of bounds when he shot it. That's his 5th point, 19-2. Lesterville spreads the floor. Clearwater, man-to-man defense. Hayden Clark on one of the little guys. And Davis puts it up and in. That's the 4th point for Lesterville. 1:16 left to go. Holmes for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Tyrone Carroll underneath. Puts it up and in. He's got 8 points, 21-4. We are under 1 minute left to play here in the first quarter. As Clearwater's playing that man-to-man defense, there's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Lesterville with 57.6 seconds left to go here in the first. This is the second game of our broadcast. In the first one, East Carter was victorious 68-37 over Van Buren. The inbound pass comes in. Now they get it out to the top of the key. Timmy Dunn into the ball game for Lesterville. The shot goes up. That was B.J. Mathis, I do believe, that shot that one, as Clearwater slows it down. Now they go underneath to Hayden Clark. He jumps up and gets it, kicks it back out. Alcorn for 3. There's another one. Bryce Alcorn with his second 3. Give him 8 points. 29 seconds left to go. 24-6 here in the first quarter. Lesterville gets it across the timeline. Ball slapped away by Carroll. Carroll's looking to go somewhere with it and gives it to Slack. And Slack slows it down. 10 seconds left to go. Now Slack going to bring it over to Alcorn. Alcorn tries to go inside to Carroll. Goes off of Carroll's hand, out of bounds. Lesterville with 5 seconds left will have to hurry up. McCarthy drives down as far as he can. A long shot's not going to be anywhere near. Tristan Holmes actually slapped it away. 24-6. And we'll have more high school basketball here on the Dawkins Sports Network in 1 minute.
Bill's Tax Service in Van Buren and Ellington offers complete tax service for farms, personal, or businesses. For years, people all over the area have been trusting Bill's Tax Service for their tax preparation needs. Call Bill's Tax Service in Van Buren at 323-4717 for an appointment, or walk-ins are welcome at 101 Highway W. You can also stop by in Ellington at 150 Highway 106 Spur, or call 663-2555. That's Bill's Tax Service, 323-4717 in Van Buren, or 663-2555 in Ellington. The Lesterville R4 School District is very proud of their outstanding athletes, and they wish all their teams the best of luck in their sports endeavors. Your hard work and dedication to your team shows that you have determination to be the best. Good luck, Bearcats and Lady Bearcats, in your sports endeavors from everyone at the Lesterville R4 School District.
Just underway here in the second quarter. The ball was just thrown in to Davon Slack of Clearwater. They give it over to Alcorn. Alcorn drives in, bounce pass to Lucas Hampton back into the ball game. And Doyle Hathaway into the ball game. Ball slapped away as Hampton was trying to get it. McCarthy slapped it away. Now Holmes gives it over to Slack. Slack almost loses it, puts it on the floor. Now he's going to drive in. Tries a nice pass underneath. Bryce Alcorn's going to be not called for a foul. He thought he was getting called for a foul, but he is not getting called for a foul as it went off of Clearwater. Now, inbounds pass goes to Holmes. Alcorn almost walks pass all the way across the court as Slack goes up, puts it up and in. So he scores his second basket. He's got 4 points, 26-6, a 20-point lead for the Clearwater Tigers here early in the second quarter. Lesterville passes the ball around. Now number 24, Davis Cooper shoots a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to McCarthy. He puts it up and in. He's got his second bucket of the ball game, and he's got 4. 26-8, 7 minutes left to go. Now Bryce Alcorn for Clearwater going to bring it over. Pass over to Davon Slack. Slack puts it on the floor. Now they try to go inside to Doyle. Hathaway puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to number 45, Timmy Dunn for Lesterville. Now Dunn gets it back. They give it to McCarthy. McCarthy goes inside to number 22, Nichols. They pass the ball all the way around from one side to the other. And now Dunn misses it. Rebound comes down to Lucas Hampton, but then he throws it away on the baseball pass. Tried to go all the way to the other end of the court. McCarthy steps in front and takes it away. Lesterville passes the ball around. Doyle Hathaway down with the defense. He's going to be called for his first personal foul, and that is the first foul against Clearwater. Lesterville had a foul earlier, and I do believe it was on Owen Freeman. Lesterville going to take the ball out with 6:15 left to go, 26-8, as Davis looking to try to go. Now Slack's going to go down and dunks it. Davon Slack throws it down. On the breakaway, he got loose. Now Lesterville down at the other end. That got the little crowd here excited. Alcorn steals it away. Gives it up to Holmes. Holmes gives it back to Slack because he had no chance of shooting it. Slack's going to pull it around. Come back to the top. Gives it over to Holmes. Holmes goes inside to Hathaway. Hathaway dribbles around. Now it's going to be a double dribble. He lost his footing a little bit. 5:40 left to go. It is still a 20-point lead into the ball game. Back in was number 22, Hunter Nichols, as Davis takes a seat for a minute. B.J. Mathis passes it around. Now McCarthy puts it up. He's got 6 points. 28-10 now. Alcorn on a long pass from Slack. Now he's going to drive in. They did a clear out. They went over to Hathaway. He missed it. Back into the ball game is number 44, Hayden Clark, and a number 40, it's usually number 50, Tyrone Carroll. McCarthy for Lesterville brings it up. 5:06 left to go. 28-10. There's going to be a carry. It's going to be Clearwater basketball on the turnover, and they'll have to take it out right in front of their bench. Tristan Holmes going to take it out. Go to YouTube, KDKZ18. Find our page there, and you can watch this game live. And as soon as it's done, it'll archive it. You can go back and watch it and watch it and watch it. Catch all the action, replay it. I think that's a pretty neat feature for these young men. As Clearwater's out, or Slack is out in the jump circle. Now he's going to drive through the lane, cuts in, out, puts it up. 8 points for him. 30-10 with 4:30 left to go here before half. McCarthy puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Davon Slack. He's not really pushing it. Now he's starting to push it up. Goes behind his back, does a little shake and bake. Fingers roll, no good. Ball's loose. Hayden Clark gets a hold of it, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down finally to Hunter Nichols for Lesterville. And they go the other way. Clearwater had a couple of little short jumpers right there. Shot goes up, no good. That shot was number 22, Hunter Nichols. Now the long stretch pass goes out to Tyrone Carroll. He gets his 10th point of the ball game in the first of the second quarter, or the first 2 of the second quarter. But he does have 10 on the game so far. 32 to 10. Now, number 20, Mathis goes in, shoots a layup. Slack slows it down. Coach Andy Beck going to have, let me find his, Daniel Warren, which is wearing number 3, is getting ready to check into the ball game. A turnover by Clearwater. Gives the ball back to Lesterville. And now number 22, Hunter Nichols for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Mathis, no good. Rebound over to Nichols. He puts it up and off the glass. 4-2. And there is a timeout on the court. Coach calls it. It was cold. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Whether it's an all-day tubing trip in the heat of the summer to keep cool, scenic raft or canoe trip in the middle of the fall, peaceful snowfall in the winter, or bass fishing or bird watching trip in the spring, The Landing, located at 1 Big Spring Road in Van Buren, is the place to go for the four-season experience. Open since 1980, Tom Della and Andrew Bedell guarantee you a great vacation experience. Come check out their beautiful Rose Cliff Lodge and dine with them at the Blue Heron for an unforgettable experience. Call today for reservations at 573-323-8156.
Getting back to action, Bryce Alcorn is going to bring the ball up. It's Davon Slack on the bench along with Hathaway and Hampton's over there. Daniel Warren into the ball game. Gets the ball underneath. Now he looks to kick it back out. Gives it to Alcorn out on the left wing. He fakes like he's going to drive in. Curls her back out. Now Alcorn looking to go somewhere. They skip pass all the way over to Hayden Clark. He puts it on the floor. Going to kick it back over to the opposite side to Alcorn. Alcorn cut off from his drive in. Now he's going to pull it back out and set it up. Warren has the basketball. Gives it to Alcorn. The ball is picked off by Mathis. Mathis goes down, lays it up and in. B.J. Mathis has 6 points here, 32-16. Clearwater's still got a double lead score there. 16-32, 2:05 left to go here before halftime. Slack back at the scores table, going to come in. Now Daniel Warren throws it away again. McCarthy picks it up. Now they get it down to Carroll. There's nobody there. Now McCarthy's going to be called for the fouls. He went up to try to block the shot. That's going to be the second team foul. And that's going to be the second one on him. I knew I'd missed one earlier, and I thought they had said 5, but they did not. Tyrone Carroll's going to shoot 2 free throws as he was in the act of shooting. 1:53 left to go here before the half. 32-16, and it is quiet in this gym. That's his 11th point as he makes that one. Holmes comes out of the ball game. Slack back into the ball game along with Warren. Clearwater's not even really trying. There's only one Clearwater player down on the other end. There's a shot by or a white 3, and that's a lane violation. Goes down as a missed free throw, but Daniel Warren had a lane violation, canceling out that point. 33-16, 150 left to go here. McCarthy passes it over. Now Mathis. Mathis passes over to Freeman. Freeman back to Mathis. Mathis drives in, loses the basketball. Alcorn picks it up. He's going to slow it down a little bit. He gets it over to Davon Slack for Clearwater. 90 seconds left to go.
Score update, Malden leading Hayti at the end of 3, 49-36 in boys basketball.
Clearwater back underneath to Carroll. Carroll misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in this time as Tyrone Carroll has 13 points here so far in the first half, 35-16. Lesterville, 45, Dunn misses it. Rebound comes down to Carroll. He gets it to Slack. We're under 1 minute left to go here before halftime. Earlier action tonight, East Carter in varsity action, 68-37 over Van Buren. They will face Ellington Thursday night at 8 o'clock. The number 2 seed Ellington doesn't have to play until then. Now a nice little pass from Carroll to Alcorn. Alcorn puts it up off the glass and in. Give him 10. We're under 30 seconds left to go. The winner of this ball game gets South Iron at 6:30 on a Thursday. Seen Coach Dusty Dinkins a while ago. He's going to hopefully come over at halftime. 17 seconds left to go, 37-16. Looks like he's getting ready to go. So I don't know if he's going to come over or not, but we'll try. McCarthy for a little 17-footer puts it up and in. He's got 8. Now from half court, Davon Slack hits a 3 at the buzzer. He shot it from just right over half court, and that's going to count. That's going to be a 3-pointer. He's got 11 points. It is 40-18. You are listening to basketball here on the Dawkins Sports group. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll have the scoring wrap up here from the first half of this ball game, and we'll do that in about 2.5 minutes.
It is the mission of People's Community Bank to provide service and assistance to both new and established businesses and individuals in the community that we serve. People's Community Bank strives to be the best community bank possible, and all services offered with fast, courteous, and efficient personnel. Also to provide community-wide support throughout all branches of the bank. Everyone at People's Community Bank wants to make every effort to help our community grow and prosper, because without that, we cannot succeed. People's Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Visit a location near you in over 14 Southeast Missouri communities.
The good folks at the Bank of Grandin, with its main office in Grandin and branch offices in Van Buren, Ellsinore, and Doniphan, are proud supporters of all the area athletes. They know how much work it takes to be successful in high school sports. They remind you to come out and support these young people whenever you have a chance. For all of your banking needs, depend on the Bank of Grandin, with its main office in Grandin and branch offices in Van Buren, Ellsinore, and Doniphan. Member FDIC.
Brinkley Wood Products, located in Piedmont, is a buyer of standing timber or timber land throughout the area. Now, Greg Brinkley and Brinkley Wood Products are members of the Missouri Forest Products Association and the Missouri Logging Council. As a proud certified master logger, Greg Brinkley wants you to give him a call at 573-856-4343 if you are looking to sell timber. Logs are needed, and they'll be sure to pay top dollar for your logs. Brinkley Wood Products would like to say good luck to all the area athletes in your upcoming games.
Hi, Bullet Hovers, your farmer's agent. Got a question for you. Can you give me a good reason for not buying life insurance? Now, the answer needs to be one that your widow and children will understand. Lots of people get caught up trying to figure out what the best life insurance purchase is. It's really simple, the one in force when you die. When the spouse left behind has the money to pay for the house, the electric bill, the baseball gloves, princess dresses, Christmas and birthday presents, along with the monthly food bill. I am pretty sure the kind of life insurance will not be important as long as it's there. Where will you leave your spouse financially if you don't make it to dinner tomorrow night? Can you come up with a good reason for not buying life insurance? Now, the answer needs to be one that your widow and children will understand. I understand life insurance. With over 25 years' experience, I can help put a plan together for you and your family. Remember, we're farmers. We do care. Our offices, Piedmont and Van Buren.
Well, welcome to halftime. It is Clearwater leading by the score of 40-18, and I am happy to be joined by the South Iron coach, Dusty Dinkins. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good.
So you had a busy schedule here recently?
Well, it's been a little bit slow. We were supposed to have 2 games last week in Bismarck. Several of their players had the flu, so we missed a game on Tuesday, but came out on Friday night and had homecoming against Greenville. And it was a fun night. It was the 50th anniversary of our 1965 state championship team and the 20th anniversary of our 95 Final Four team. So we had a packed house, and it was a lot of fun, and got to see some faces that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I heard that was a pretty good game. What was that, the overtime game? No.
No, actually, we ended up winning by 24, but it was a good contest. Greenville's got a nice squad, and we were fortunate enough to get out on them and hold the lead for quite a while. So it was a good night.
Yeah, I was talking to one of your fans last night over here, and I got that confused. There was an overtime game up there that he was telling me about not very long ago, and I guess I just assumed that it was the Greenville game. But anyway, so your boys going to be ready for tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know.
Excuse me, Thursday night.
Well, Clearwater's looking awfully good. You know, Davon, he is a fantastic player, and then he's got a nice supporting cast around him, and looks like they're doing the job tonight, taking care of Lesterville. So it's going to be an interesting night for sure come Thursday.
Yeah, you've had all week off, so you got them guys in there running, getting a little maybe some little nagging injuries maybe under control.
Well, we don't really have a lot of injuries or illness right now. We're just trying to work on some fundamentals and get some guys doing some things they need to do in the little parts of their game. So hopefully we can clean up some things and come out and be a little bit sharper than what we have been.
Well, that's what that's what I'm used to seeing. I always see your team sharp, and you know that. I think you're one of the greatest coaches around here, and that's just because your teams win year in and year out. I like the way they go. Even this doesn't even have to do with high school basketball. Down at your little group, we got a team that plays against you in the summertime with the little guys that you do, and that's the reason you keep your tradition up there going so well, I think, is because of the time you put in with the little guys.
Well, we appreciate that. That's awfully nice of you to say. It's a thing we try to continue to strive is doing the right things and being good teammates and working on your skills and improving your knowledge of the game, and hopefully some other things that we stress and strive to achieve with our young guys will help them throughout the rest of their life. So, that's our job as coaches. I have a good friend of mine, played college basketball with him. He's a coach over in the western part of the state, and he had a great comment the other day, and I'm going to piggyback off of it. As teachers and coaches, our roles are to take kids, take our classes, take our teams to places they can't go without us. And hopefully through those processes, they learn how to achieve great things in life and learn how to handle situations, become positive, impactful citizens, and hopefully we do a good job of that.
Yeah, everybody thinks that it just stops on the basketball court, but really, as a coach, I've coached many years in the summer times, and my impact is I try to make good young men.
That's right.
Or girls. I mean, I don't do a whole bunch of girls coaching, but that's the ultimate goal. I think is to make good, like you said, productive citizens.
That's right. So hopefully we can do that, and I really enjoy seeing these young people go off into the real world and be successful.
Have you had a chance to look at the live stream yet on YouTube?
I haven't, as far as for this tournament, I have not yet, but excited about it. You guys do a great job of trying to promote our area athletics, and that's fantastic, and we've got to commend you guys for doing that.
Okay, well, Coach Dinkins, good luck. We'll see you on Thursday night. That game will be at 6:30, and right now it looks like you're going to face Clearwater.
It sure does.
So good luck.
Well, thank you.
Yep,
goodbye.
Thanks for coming up. As Coach Crunk is here from Ellsinore, we're going to try to get him on here. We only got about 3 minutes left to go. And we're trading out a headset. And now we are joined by the East Carter head basketball coach. Good game there, Coach.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You had a lot of guys, like we talked to at the Van Buren coach. He came up after that game earlier. But anyway, I told him you have a good bunch of kids right there that always hustle. They're always up and down, and it seems like they give you everything they got.
Right. That's something we preach to the boys. Take pride in playing defense and playing hard and leaving it on the court. So we really preach to them to do that, and they buy in and they do a great job of that.
Yeah, they had a Van Buren. You shut Van Buren's leading scorer down. Normally leading scorer. His name, I just had his name.
Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin. Mm-hmm. I just had it, and it just went through. I've said so many kids' names tonight. He normally does a really good job. I know he has a little personal issue going on right now with the passing of his grandfather.
Right.
So his head probably wasn't all here.
Yeah,
but
that's very unfortunate.
And it's a hard thing. Not making any excuses for him. The coach didn't want to make any excuses for him either. But that's always difficult for a young kid. But anyway, you get Ellington. Have you played Ellington yet this year?
We have. We played them, I believe it was the second week of the season, and played them in our place. It was a very competitive back-and-forth game. Hopefully we can, do the same, come in, compete, and give ourselves a chance to win.
As that team is awful young, moves up and down the court, you got the experience on your side with most of the upperclassmen senior group. That is a wonderful group. I know most of them boys from other places, obviously baseball. I'm a baseball guy,
right.
but they've always seemed to be great kids. And thanks for coming up and joining us as we're getting ready to start this. Anything else you'd like to add about? But you do play Ellington at 8:30 on, and we will have them streaming live for your fans out there. And if you guys promote that for us, we'd be appreciative.
Right.
So anyway, I would like to thank you for coming up here, Coach.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. We're going to go back to live action now. Yeah. As Lesterville controlled the basketball on the after halftime there. Davon Slack brings the ball up the court. Well, he actually passes it up. Alcorn dishes off underneath to Tyrone Carroll. Carroll puts it up, and he started off again. He's got 15 points, 42-18. Just 30 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Freeman underneath puts it up and in as they do a give and go. He's got his first 2 points of the ball game. Slack brings it up, 22-point lead for Clearwater. There's 4 games. Carroll puts it up and in for 2 more. 17, 44-20 is the score. Freeman. I want to call him Owen every time, but his first name is Owen and his last name is Freeman. Lesterville passes the ball around. They go to Davis. Davis loses the basketball. Now Hampton throws it away as he was trying to hit Hayden Clark running down the court. McCarthy picks the ball up. Now they're going to clear out for him. Now he's going to kick it back. Alcorn picks this pass off, and the ball's going to be knocked away by McCarthy. Lesterville controls it. They go underneath or inside to Nichols. Now they try to go inside to Owen Freeman, the 5'10 sophomore, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lesterville. They're going to have a timeout, though, is going to be called. There's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach James Fox of Lesterville, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore wants to wish the East Carter Redbirds the best of luck during the BRL Tournament. When you're thirsty, stop by Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore, and when you buy a 32-ounce Gatorade, you'll get one free. And ask about their 32-ounce fountain drinks for just 50 cents. That's right, a 32-ounce fountain drink for just 50 cents at Learjack Travel Center. Learjack Travel Center in Ellsinore, wishing the East Carter Redbirds best of luck during the BRL Tournament.
Back to action here from East Carter, Black River League Tournament 2015, as we're going to clean up some water off the floor right in front of the Lesterville bench. Don't forget about the Hoods Discount Center post-game show with coach's interview following each game. And you are listening to High School Sports here on the Dawkins Sports Network. Earlier action tonight, East Carter was victorious over Van Buren by the score of 68-37. In earlier action, the JV side, East Carter beat Clearwater. They will play South Iron Thursday at 4 o'clock. And last night's action, Bunker over Lesterville. So Bunker's in the semifinals of the JV side. Ellington tonight beat Van Buren, and they'll play Bunker on Thursday night at 5:15. Back under action, McCarthy drives in, pulls up, jumper, no good. Rebound comes down, hits Hayden Clark in the head, and then he grabs a hold of it as Slack gets it, brings it up the court. 44-22, 24-point lead. Slack's going to set it up. He's guarded by McCarthy of Lesterville. McCarthy still guarding him. He's going to go around Lesterville. Slack drives in, goes right around everybody, puts it up. He's got 13 points here. He had a big dunk in the game earlier as he got a breakaway. McCarthy for Lesterville brings it up. Kicks it over to Nichols. Nichols holding it, gives it to Freeman. Freeman back to Davis. Now they go underneath to Nichols. Rebound comes down to Clearwater. Alcorn's pushing up the court all the way over to the corner for Hayden Clark. Now they Alcorn bounce passes in the middle of the lane. There's going to be a jump ball. Lesterville wanted a foul called. It's going to stay with Clearwater on the alternating possessions. Davon Slack will take it out under his goal. Slack looks to go in, gives it to Hampton out on the point. They give it around to Holmes. Holmes, they go inside now to Carroll. Carroll puts it on the floor, goes through the middle of the lane, left hand, puts it up and in. 19 points for Tyrone Carroll. We are in the third quarter, 5 minutes left to go. It is a 28-point lead for Clearwater. Freeman dribbles up. Now he hands it off to Davis. Davis over to McCarthy. McCarthy for three. No good. Rebound Hampton. Hampton's looking to go somewhere, and he pivots around, and he walks, or he's called for the travel violation as Hunter Nichols comes back into the ball game for McCarthy. I misspoke a while ago. I guess that was number 20. B.J. Mathis was the one that was over there. I seen a 2, and I just thought that was McCarthy. As Mathis shoots, a rebound, or doesn't go towards the rim, Hayden Clark comes down with the basketball. Slack sets it up out by half court. He's dribbling it around, goes between the legs, gives it over to Holmes. Holmes to the right wing, or the right baseline. Holmes looking for somewhere to go with it, picks up his dribble. Now Slack pulls at his jersey to call the play. He goes around, tries to go inside to Carroll. Carroll does finally get it. No good. Rebound comes down to Hayden Clark. Clark's trying to go somewhere with it. Ball slapped out of bounds on the pass by Cooper Davis, the 5'10 freshman for Lesterville. 4:09 with the clock stopped. Third quarter action. Slack passes it into Hampton, then comes back around. Clark has it at the top of the key, gives it to Slack. He's out by the half court line. Is where he's starting the offense. Clark back to Slack. Now Carroll inside loses the basketball as they tried to do a pass in there to him. Mathis, bounce pass underneath is going to go out of bounds off of Mathis and out of play. As we're going to get ready, I think we're going to get ready to get a scoring update here momentarily. Don't know about that for sure, but 3:42 left to go. And it's all yours, Aaron.
Varsity boys St. John beat out DeSoto tonight 64-38. And also in that SEMO Conference Tournament underway at the half, Poplar Bluff was leading Jackson 39-33.
As Lucas Hampton takes a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Tyrone Carroll. Now they get it out to Slack. Slack going to pull it back out to the top, slow things down. 48-20, 3:18 left to go here in the third. Holmes puts it on the floor. Avoids the walk. Hayden Clark for three, no good. Hampton tips the ball up, hits about 3 Clearwater Tigers. No one can grab a hold of it. And now Lesterville comes out with it. McCarthy gives it up to Davis. Davis over to Freeman. Freeman drives through the lane. Shot blocked by Hayden Clark. Now Davon Slack, here comes another one. Oh, he loses it as he out of his pocket. Now he still can't grab a hold of it. He finally does. Shoots it off the backboard, but then he gets his own rebound. Now he's trapped. Makes a bad pass to Hampton, but somehow or another Clearwater comes out with it. Hayden Clark puts it up and in for 4 points. Or 2 points.
Another update, Arcadia Valley lost tonight. A tough one, St. Pius, a final of 66-62.
The shot was no good. Davon Slack is going to be, he had possession of it. They're going to say he was on the out-of-bounds line. When he received it is a 30-point lead. 2:22 left to go in the third.
Our broadcast made possible by Baker Products along with Don's Place in Ellington, Brown's Pharmacy, and the Bunker School District along with Specialty Granules of Annapolis.
McCarthy misses a shot. Rebound comes down to Davon Slack. Now Hayden Clark with the outlet pass gets it. No good. Rebound comes down to Lucas Hampton, and he misses it. B.J. Mathis for Lesterville. I'll spit out the right team here in a minute. Now Freeman for three. No good. Hayden Clark with the rebound. Gets it over to Slack. Slack's going to bring it across the timeline all the way to Holmes. Holmes trying to go inside. Bad pass. As now there's going to be a foul on Davon Slack as he ran McCarthy out of bounds. That's going to be the first foul here in the third quarter of this ball game. Alcorn back into the game along with Doyle Hathaway. Freeman brings it in to McCarthy for Lesterville. Lesterville gets across the timeline. Mathis. As the ball's picked off by Hathaway, he hands it off to Davon Slack. Slack brings it across the timeline with 90 seconds left to go here in the third. It is a 30-point lead, 50-20 in favor of Clearwater. They're going to pass the ball out. Slack drives down, dishes off to Tyrone Carroll underneath. That's 21 points for Tyrone Carroll. It is a 32-point lead with right at 1 minute left to go here in the third. Mathis over to Dunn. Dunn for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Bryce Alcorn. Alcorn's going to push it up. Ball's almost picked off by McCarthy. Alcorn gets the loose ball, then he comes in about a 15-footer, hits and pops it. That's his 12th point, 54-20 here with 40 seconds left to go. McCarthy puts it on the floor, drives in, about a 12-footer of his own. Puts it up and in. He's got 10 points on the night. He leads scoring for Lesterville. Slack slowly brings it across the timeline. Just now did he get there. 54-22 with 21 seconds left to go. He gives it to Alcorn on the way right out on the point. Now Alcorn has to go somewhere as the 5-second call was in effect. Now he's got to make forward progress towards the basket. He does. Now he's going to be fouled by B.J. Mathis with 4 seconds left on the court, or on the clock. That's going to be the first Lesterville foul here in the third quarter. Two fouls in this entire quarter, one on each team. As Holmes throws it into Slack with 3 seconds. Slack again for another long three. Oh, he hit the rim with it. I thought that was going to go in too, like the one he hit at the end of the first quarter, but he does not. 54-22. You are listening to high school basketball here on the Dawkins Sports Network, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Health Mart Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Joan. I have such a hectic schedule today. My mother just called and she needs her prescription refilled. I just don't know how I can get to Health Mart and make all my other appointments on time.
Don't worry. At Health Mart, we offer free delivery. I can refill Bonnie's prescription and take them to her house. And since Health Mart Pharmacy's on her insurance plans, including Medicare, I'll handle that end of it for you, too.
You're a lifesaver.
Since Health Marts are locally owned pharmacies, it's easy to offer free delivery. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Visit Medical Center Health Mart Pharmacy at Highway 34 and Canyon Road in Piedmont, or call 223-4235.
At Riverways Manor Nursing Home, visiting hours are set as you like them. You'll find Riverways Manor Nursing Home with a cheerful, home-like atmosphere where your loved one feels right at home. Call 323-4282 for Riverways Manor Nursing Home in Van Buren.
We're underway as number 24, Cooper Davis for Lesterville, knocks in a three-pointer. Now Alcorn for three, and he hits one. Bryce Alcorn with 15 points. A running clock here. As long as it stays above 30 points, it is 57-25. And we're 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. The ball is going to go out of bounds off of Tyrone Carroll. It's going to be a Lesterville basketball. The clock is still running. As Lesterville gets it in, they get it to Davis. Davis over to McCarthy. McCarthy drives in, puts it up off the glass. And McCarthy with 12 points.
At the end of three in the BRL Conference Tournament, Poplar Bluff Mules leading Jackson to score 58-47.
Thanks, Aaron, for that update. Lesterville fights for the rebound. Number 22, Hunter Nichols, shoots it. No good. Rebound comes down. And Davon Slack controls it. 6:40. It is a 30-point lead, 57-27. After the game, we'll have the Hoods Discount Home Center post-game show with coach interviews, and Tristan Holmes gets his first bucket of the night. It's a big three from the right wing. We've got the game streaming live. We're going to have some broadcast tomorrow night. As a two-point bucket almost set right on top of the rim and did not go in. And there's going to be a foul on the play.
Fans and viewers, I want to remind you that after the broadcast is over, our video stream is concluded and then uploaded to YouTube. We keep it archived there so you can go back tomorrow or anytime this week or over the next month or year and watch the game. You can share it. If somebody from out of the area didn't get a chance to watch it live, you can go back and play it. You can email it to them, put it on your Facebook page, share it, tweet it, whatever you'd like to do. Put it on your own website for that matter. Coaches are welcome to use it for highlights, and so are other players. So again, after the broadcasts each day, our live stream is uploaded to youtube.com by searching KDKZ18, our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it. That way you know once our broadcast is uploaded.
As Clearwater comes back, and Alcorn does a little floater, puts it up and in. Bryce Alcorn has 17 points on the night, 62-27, and we're right at 5 minutes left to go here in this ball game. I was getting ready to say before Aaron came on that we're going to have some more broadcasts tomorrow night. The ball is almost stolen away by Clearwater. Now a shot by Cooper Davis. Now he's got it out at the top of the key. But the broadcast tomorrow night will start at 6 o'clock. Clearwater and Van Buren girls. As this shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes down. And no good. Rebound once again, and there's going to be a foul. I think it's going to be on Doyle Hathaway. Yep, Doyle Hathaway is going to pick up his second personal foul. It's going to be the team's third foul for Clearwater. And a whole bunch of substitutions are coming in for Clearwater. But Clearwater, the number 1 seed on the girls' side, will take on the number 4 seed, the Van Buren Lady Bulldogs. And a three-pointer no good as the play goes back to action. Another one out of bounds. It's going to stay with Lesterville. Then our second broadcast game tomorrow night will be the Bunker Lady Eagles and the South Iron Lady Panthers, and that's a three-pointer by Cooper Davis. He's got 8 points. And the action starts tomorrow night at 6 o'clock with them broadcast. We've got 2 tomorrow, and Hayden Clark puts it up and in. He's got 6 points, 64-30, 3:35 left to go. Owen Freeman goes through. Hayden Clark's going to be called for the foul. It's going to be his first foul in the ball game. The fourth team foul, as Lesterville has 3 team fouls. Clearwater has 3 team fouls. Oh, I looked at the wrong one. I forgot that we were home on, or the Clearwater was home on the scoreboard. The first free throw up by Freeman is up and in. That's the first free throw Lesterville has shot tonight. He makes it. He's got 3 points now. The next one's up. He makes that one also. So he's got 4 points on the night. I want to thank everybody out there for listening. Some more of our sponsors are People's Community Bank, The Landing, Bill's Tax Service, Robbie's Zephyr Restaurant, Don's Place, or Don Price Sawmill, the Turnkey Contractors, as a shot down on the other end is missed, and Davis comes out with it. They go to Owen. Owen just right inside the three-point line, no good. Rebound comes down to Clearwater. Clearwater up to Lucas Hampton. Hampton stops, pops, puts it in. Lucas Hampton has 6 points on the night. Lesterville pushing it back up the court, 66-32 with 2:15 left to go. A three-pointer from the top of the key from Davis, no good. Hampton comes down with the rebound. Tristan Holmes is going to run the point right now. So he brings the ball up, puts it on the floor, crossover, gives it over to Doyle Hathaway, puts it up and in. Doyle Hathaway picks up 2 points. He's going to go to the free throw line where he'll shoot the old-fashioned the three-point play. Got a lot of things going on. It's also our broadcasts are also brought to you by Hoods, Baker Products, Don's Place, Brown's Pharmacy, Bunker High School, Specialty Granules, South Iron School District, Clearwater Booster Club, American Family Insurance, Kim Clay. As the free throw rattles out and no good. And Lesterville comes down with the rebound. Hunter Stone, Asher Trucking, Van Buren School District. There's another shot. That time Hathaway comes down with the rebound. Van Buren School District, Shelter Insurance, John Bailiff, Riverway Manor, First Midwest Bank. They also sponsor the scoreboard on the live feed. Hayden Clark puts it on the floor. dribbles down. Now he kicks it out to Doyle Hathaway. No good. Rebound comes down to Lesterville, and we are under 1 minute left to play. Following the conclusion of this game, Hood's Discount Home Center post-game show. Hopefully we'll have coaches' interviews with that. Davis shoots another three, no good. Now Lucas Hampton, snowbirding down, puts it up and in. Lucas Hampton has 8 points, and there's going to be a personnel timeout. Lesterville is going to call a timeout to just put in new players with 41 seconds left to go here, 70-32, as Clearwater will face South Iron right here on Thursday at 6:30. As McCarthy puts it up and in. He's got 14 points with 25 seconds left to go. Doyle Hathaway going to dribble into the middle of the lane, puts it up and in. Doyle puts it up for his 4th point of the ball game, and we are 15 seconds before this ball game is over, 72-34. Now, Barton has it. McCarthy shoots the shot, puts it up and in. He's got 16. Hayden Clark's going to hold on to the ball, and that's going to be the ball game, as it is a final score. Clearwater 72 and Lesterville 36. Clearwater moves on over to play South Iron at 6:30 on Thursday, January 22nd. We're going to step aside. We're going to take about a 2-minute break. I'm going to wrap things up here, or wind down the scoring, do a little bit about what we're going to see here, or we're going to broadcast here in the near future. Hopefully we can get the coaches to come up, and we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Have you stopped by the Piedmont Gas Mart lately? The Piedmont Gas Mart is your full-service convenience store with a great deli featuring so many of your favorite items. Hunt's Brothers Pizza, hot wings, and wing bites. Choose from homestyle or buffalo. And for you early risers, enjoy the great breakfast pizza filled with egg, bacon, sausage, and cheese on a buttery crust. That's Piedmont Gas Mart on South Main in Piedmont.
We've got a Subway footlong meatball marinara here. Bubbly cheese, secret recipe marinara sauce. Made to your order on freshly baked bread. Do I hear $5? $5. Sold for just $5.
$800.
Where have you been? What about a zesterific spicy Italian footlong sub? Pepperoni, salami, peppers, and more. How much for all of this flavor? What about $5? It's gone, only $5.
Okay, $1,000.
Only $5. This classic Subway footlong BLT is the fresh toasted national treasure. Crispy bacon, juicy tomato, crispy, crunchy, tasty good. Let's hear $5, and it's out of here, $5.
$3,500. I need that.
Subway $5 footlongs taste like a fortune, but they're still just $5. All day, every day. So many favorites like the mouth-watering meatball marinara or the piled high spicy Italian. All made to your order when you order. Just $5. All day, every day. Subway. Eat fresh.
Plus applicable tax prices and participation may vary. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii. Excludes double stacked and premium subs.
Visit a Subway near you. In Piedmont, see Melina, Carla, and Chase on Main Street. Subway. Eat fresh.
More and more people are discovering how economical metal can be for your home or building. Hi, this is Lee Roach with Roach Metal Roll Forming of Piedmont, Missouri. Besides the long life and protection from the elements, our metal roofing products add style and personality. Give us a call today about our custom trim products and see how we can upgrade your look while providing superior protection and saving you money. Did you know that we accept credit cards for all our work? That's the quality and ease you'll get with Roach Metal Roll Forming. For a new roof or a new building, call us today at 223-4288. That's 573-223-4288. For Roach Metal Roll Forming in Piedmont, give us a call.
Hi everyone, this is Jeff Radford at First Midwest Bank in Piedmont. Today's banking world is changing almost daily. Here at First Midwest Bank in Piedmont, we welcome change. And here at First Midwest Bank in Piedmont, we still provide our customers with old-fashioned service. We make all our loan decisions here with people who know the area and our customers, and most importantly, your needs. We are a full-service bank with service first. Drop by and see us anytime. We're your bank. We're First Midwest Bank of Piedmont, where your business is appreciated, not taken for granted. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to the Hoods Discount Home Center post-game show. We have Coach Andy Beck of the Clearwater Tigers. Well, Coach, that's a good win.
Yeah, not bad. Things went well for us tonight. The shots were falling, and we played pretty unselfish. Overall, I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, kind of controlled the turnovers. Sometimes, I know we talk about this stuff all the time privately, but sometimes there's some turnovers that go on that shouldn't go on, and some of the silly mistakes, they didn't seem to make them tonight.
That was a big thing we talked about. And I tell them every day, and since day one, we've talked about the process part of it. And whether you're up 30, whether you're down 30, whether it's a tied game, we've got to value each possession. Some nights it doesn't feel like we understand that too well, but tonight it was something we harped on in the locker room quite a bit, and not only me, but the guys were saying it as well. And I thought we took care of the ball, and it looked good. For the most part, overall, I thought it looked pretty good. So I was happy with it.
Okay, Tyrone Carroll, the big man inside, started off the night. The first quarter, he scored 8 points. Then he had 5 in the second. Not much. No, he didn't have any in the second. And then towards the end of the game, he came back and scored quite a bit. He ended the night with 21. That always helps when your big guys can get in there and score the bucket from point-blank range.
Yeah, and we talked about that. The first thing I wrote on the board is the first 3 trips I wanted to go inside, whether that was Lucas or Tyrone or Hayden. And Davon and Bryce and Tristan, they got good looks inside and just got rid of the ball and gave it to those guys in the right spots. And a lot of times they're not in those spots, but tonight they were. And the unselfishness part, I can't say enough about that. I think Davon had 8 or 9 assists there.
I don't keep up with them. I do good to keep up with the score and the fouls and talk about it.
And not only did Tyrone have a great night offensively, he played good defense, and I think he had 9 rebounds, and he was awful mad on me there at the end when I took him out. Coach, I need one more.
Yeah. How about no fouls?
Yeah, that's a first. I don't know what to say about that one.
Yeah.
I have to check with the scorekeeper, make sure we were right on that. We didn't have a number switch or something.
Yeah. Well, we did have a number switch. He was number 40. So tonight, as a little earlier incident happened, that no fault of anybody's, really just a mistake. But anyway. You get your good buddy South Iron Panthers on Thursday night about 6:30 here.
Yeah, let's hope we can show up like we did tonight. Looking the last time we played South Iron, and we were leading at halftime of that game. That's something we can build upon. That's a little bit of confidence in our direction. Just hopefully we can carry that over, and hopefully we'll see who shows up on Thursday.
Yeah, me and you. I guess I should say that sometimes we have Jekyll and Hyde here. We don't know which one's going to show up, and for the most part they do a pretty good job of showing up. But we got to remember they're just kids. We talked about this with Coach Dusty Dinkins, that real goal here is to make great young men. It's fun. It's fun to be basketball players, but in the big scheme, it's really about developing young men.
That's absolutely right, and that's part of that process deal too. We're not only trying to build a basketball team. We're trying to build responsible kids and kids who turn to responsible adults. So that's part of it.
Okay, Coach. Well, I want to thank you for coming up sharing that little short interview with us. As this is the Hoods Discount Home Center post-game show. That was Coach Andy Beck. He's victorious. We'll see him again in action, or his team in action, on Thursday night about 6:30 here. He'll take on the number 1 seed South Iron Panthers. And then in another game that night at 8 o'clock, it will be Ellington taking on East Carter, as we're going to let him go. And I'm looking for Coach Fox. I think he already took off. So, he is right there in front of us. I don't know if he's going to come up or not. But anyway, let's run over the scoring real fast for Lesterville. Owen Freeman ended the night with 5. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line and had no fouls. B.J. Mathis had 6 points, and he had a 1 personal foul. Hunter Nichols finished the night with 2 no fouls. Dusty McCarthy had 16 and 3 fouls. Cooper Davis, 8 points and a 1 personal foul. Now for Clearwater, it's going to be Davon Slack had 13. He had 1 personal foul. Tristan Holmes had a 3 and no fouls. Lucas Hampton had 8 points. He was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Not a lot of free throws shot tonight by either team. Bryce Alcorn had 17. He had 2 threes. It looks to me like they're just looking over it quickly. Doyle Hathaway had 4 points. He was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. And he had 2 personal fouls. Hayden Clark had 6 points on the night. He had 1 personal foul. Tyrone Carroll was the big scorer with 21, and he was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. No fouls like we talked. Tomorrow night we will have the Clearwater, our first broadcast of the night. There's some JV games going on tomorrow, I do believe. Maybe not. Nope. Just girls games tonight as far as I can see here on my schedule real quick. It is Clearwater and Van Buren. That game will tip off about 6 o'clock, or it should tip off at 6 o'clock since that's the first game of the night. Then it will be Bunker Lady Eagles taking on the Lady Eagles of South Iron at 7:30. And I think Aaron's going to join me again. But we
just to recap scoring today, just really quickly, had some junior varsity games that started off the afternoon. It was Ellington over Van Buren, 51-39. That advanced Ellington into the junior varsity semifinals. A non-broadcast game Thursday at 5:15. It'll be Ellington and Bunker in the boys' junior varsity semifinals. The second JV game tonight in the first round featured East Carter over Clearwater, 54-42. That advanced East Carter into the boys' junior varsity semifinals against the number 1 seed South Iron, who got the bye in the JV bracket. East Carter South Iron in the semis will be at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Our 2 broadcast games had boys' first round action. East Carter tonight over Van Buren, 68-35, in a game that just wrapped up. Clearwater down Lesterville, 72-36. That'll now advance and tell us who we're going to play boys semifinal-wise. South Iron and the boys varsity side also got the number 1 seed. That'll match up South Iron and Clearwater in the boys semifinal game at 6:30 on Thursday. Ellington and East Carter will match up Thursday at 8 o'clock in the second semifinal game. And again, that'll be a broadcast game you'll hear right here on your radio and, of course, online. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. We've got girls semifinal action. We started yesterday. Van Buren beat Ellington 56-49 in the first round of the girls bracket. In game number 3 of the afternoon, but our second broadcast game, it was Bunker over Lesterville, 83-25. And our night broadcast, South Iron in the girls bracket beat out East Carter 47-13. They're in the girls' first round coverage. That'll match up Clearwater and Van Buren tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the girls' semifinals. Our second broadcast tomorrow, scheduled for 7:30, features Bunker and South Iron in the girls' semifinals. Those will both be broadcast live on the radio and, of course, at youtube.com.
That's good. We had a great night of basketball.
Yeah, just wanted to kind of recap you and let you know where we're standing. There are a couple of other games, looks like, tomorrow on Wednesday. Is that right?
Nope.
No.
I tried to look at that real quick.
Yeah, you're right. Just 2 girls semifinal games.
Yep,
great.
That's all there is tomorrow.
Perfect.
And perfect for you. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Matt. Yeah, I'm going to spit it out here.
There
Matt,
you go.
he's running the camera. We got Spencer back here running everything. Richard back at the studio helped us get us on the air. And we've enjoyed bringing this ball game to you. This is Kent Fay signing off for Dawkins Sports Radio Network, and we will talk to you tomorrow from East Carter at the 2015 BRL Tournament when it continues tomorrow night. And God bless.
There's nothing like a good backup